Tony Romo has been suspended indefinitely by CBS. Was this the correct decision? Is JJ Watt going to be a good replacement? We're going to talk about that. We have some Minnesota Vikings news. We talked about them potentially being a Y2K pick last week. Well, the quarterback situation is getting pretty murky, so we're going to touch on that too. And I hear that Doublemint gum is on the docket for discussion as well. So we're going to get into everything, and I'm going to do a best ball draft in the background. Before we get into everything, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, something from the merch store. It is our January is Envy Month t-shirts. I was asked in a Las Vegas airport about these shirts, and the old lady was like, she was interested what September was, because that's when she was born. So before these shirts skyrocket in value, you can get these shirts here, 20% off sale right now. You can turn these shirts into hoodie, long sleeve, women's tank top, and infant onesie. We have other stuff like baby bibs, aprons, baseball caps, mugs, etc. So much here, 20% off. You can go to Amazon, buy my books. The most recent one is Jerks to the College Years, which is a book where I made fun of people because I was at Penn State for 6 years, so I had a lot of writing material. And then my first book was The Safety and a Field Goal, which is a top 5 topic book about the NFL. And please consider super chats and super stickers. That is the best way to support the show. Kevin Kovac gave us $25 in super chats on Tuesday. Harambe Slayer gave us $5 in super chats on Thursday. Thank you so much, guys. I can't say it enough. You guys really help so much because YouTube pays us nothing. Kenny was semi-joking when he said 51 cents if we didn't get any super chats. It's really like $2, but still, if you guys really want to help us out, that's the best way to do it. So tonight we are joined by Tom at Quacky T. Tom, how's it going?
Walter, here we are again. Hello to you and hello to everyone out there in the Walter football family. Hey, I was telling you before in the green room, the hollowed green room, Walter football after dark show green room, that we were talking about old gum ads. Why did every gum ad have a song like Doublemint gum? And then remember Juicy Fruit? Get your skis shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. Taste is gonna move you. That's such a like an iconic like 90s commercial, I feel like. And then Big Red, remember they had their own song too.
Yeah, they all had their own song, and I think just they had to compete because like once one gum did it, the old execs are like, oh, this gum did it, we got to do it on the other gums, so I feel like that's how it went down. And really, I mean, if you want gum and you're at the the checkout counter at the grocery store or whatever, at the 7-Eleven, and like you see a lot of gum, like you're gonna match each gum with this jingle, and whichever jingle you like the most is the one you're going to get.
Oh my god,
that's really what it is, and like that's how it all goes down. It's still better than my friend. I'll never forget this. It kind of makes me dislike him, as stupid as it is, because we were like hanging out playing cards, and for some reason he had Big League Chew gum. Do you remember that?
Of course.
Yeah, so he has this Big League Chew gum. He's like, Walt, you want some Big League Chew gum? I'm like, no, I'm okay. And he's like, why? You're not stepping up to the plate with Big League Chew? Like advertisement? Like, what are you asking me that for?
And then because of that, you're no longer friends with him over this matter of gum?
Yeah, I can't like that guy anymore. I mean, I draw the line at being an advertisement for gum.
So what, you haven't had Big League Chew since, huh?
I had it when I was a kid, I guess. It's been a while. I mean, they used to say, I mean, obviously they had the gum in the baseball card packs, which was that was always the best. I wish they still do that, but now you can't do that because the cards are worth like thousands of dollars. So you can't have like gum attached to like $1,000 card and be ruined. Yeah.
Can you imagine you get like a freaking Shohei Ohtani card and a pack of freaking like a carton of Bazooka Joe or something?
Yeah, it's autographed, but you can't see the autograph because it's smeared for the gum.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I feel like that would make it more worth more. I don't know.
There's got to have. Yeah, it'll still be worth something. Maybe not as much, but it's not going to completely diminish the value because, like, they got it out of a gum carton or whatever. I don't know.
I still have. They used to do it in. I think the last. I could be mistaken, but I think the last company to do gum in their packs was ProSet. And ProSet had like football packs, and I remember opening a bunch of them. I remember like getting an Art Monk card, Like, like someone's like, oh, that's a good card. I'm like, oh, cool. I was like, what's this worth? Like $50? Can I like sell it and get a video game? And that was like 25 cents. And like that really like depressed me. But they had gum, like really good gum in their packs. I liked it a lot when I was a kid. And believe it or not, I'm pretty sure I still have a box of that unopened in my garage. With the gum inside. Like,
wow.
I like, part of me wants to open up a pack and chew the gum, but I feel like I would probably go to the hospital if I did that.
Dude, whenever we have our football watch Sunday this season, when I come up there, well, let's chew the gum, man.
Let's chew it.
Yeah. Let's see how we do.
Art Monk card.
And then we end up on those like dumbest ways to die or something like that.
Seriously.
It's like two buddies got together. They've been talking football for 22 years, but they never watched a game together. And the day that they do, they get poisoned on some old gum.
It's like an Alanis Morissette lyric in the song.
and the cards we got were like the rarest cards too. Yeah. They had like a holographic Charizard in there just as a bonus.
Yeah, then the football packs.
Yeah,
Charizard in the football pack.
Holy cow. Remember Big Red? I think Big Red had the best song. Stay close a little longer.
Oh yeah.
Longer with Big Red. Yeah, that's a great one.
Well, it's also the best gum. I don't know if that had any impact on the song. Yeah, if your favorability on the song, I don't know.
I don't know. Back then, back in my middle school and high school days, people were on the Winter Fresh train. People were in the Winter Fresh gum. Oh yeah,
that's like a gum for 50-year-old women.
No, man. Anyone, if you had a pack of Winter Fresh on you, you were cool, man. I'd have a big like a 16 pack, like a mega pack, I think they called it. And when I'd be like, it was like the thing to do, like clearly I went to a pretty cool school, but like you'd be like, oh, like I got a pack of Winter Fresh. Like anybody want a piece? Showed status if you had a pack of Winter Fresh.
Wow, what kind of school did you go to? we like Juicy Fruit and
I went to Bubble Yum University, man.
Well, Bubble Yum is actually a cool gum if you're a kid. Like, Winter Fresh, like 6-year-old women giving that out for Halloween.
Yeah, Bubble with the duck with like the mohawk and like the spikes coming out, or like the spiky hair or whatever.
Yeah. You have what was that fruit stripe gum? That was a good one.
The zebra, the fruit stripe gum. It lasts like 2 seconds.
Yeah. It lost its flavor in like 5 seconds. It was horrible.
Oh, it was worth it though.
I know.
You're out there like fiending for it as a kid. You're like, the flavor's so good, even though it's like so short lived.
I know.
Like getting like a crack hit there from it.
I know.
I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
Sorry for what? Stop apologizing. In little little kid logic, when you're 10 or 11 or 12. The thought was like you get like 10 of them and stick them in your mouth at the same time, and like 10 times 2 seconds, 20 seconds, you get 20 seconds.
It
was beautiful.
Man, you know what? Remember people would always I never did it myself, but when they would like mix all the soda flavors at the fountain, why don't we do that with all the gum, the original gums? Put it all together. We do like a Winter Fresh, a Big Red, a Juicy Fruit, a Wrigley Spearmint.
Yeah.
And you're already like, yeah.
No.
I'm the equivalent.
I'm very, very excited about this. I actually did this with Jolly Ranchers recently, where
recently.
Yeah. I was like,
okay, no.
I was like, you know what? I never thought to do it. Like there are always those flavors in Jolly Ranchers. Of course, they ruined it with blue raspberry. It's not even a thing. But then because lemon was so great, but they replaced it. But anyway, I was like, you know what? I've never done, and I've done it with every other candy. I put like 2 different Starburst in my mouth. I put 2 different Skittles in my mouth. I never did it with Jolly Rancher. I'm like, why? And so it finally dawned on me, like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then it was awesome. I have no regrets.
It was a turning point in your life. How recent was this? Like this year?
No, it was maybe 4 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I don't really eat too many candies or suckers these days, but but have you done, before that, did you do like a double of one flavor?
Oh yeah. I like Skittles, like when you have red's the best flavor in my opinion. I don't know, maybe some people think differently, but I would always put like 3, try to get like 3 red in my mouth. Like that was always the best. but Skittles mix really well. Like you can get all 5 flavors. That's the best one. Get all 5 flavors in your mouth. It's so great.
Someone was telling me that they thought the different color M&Ms tasted differently. Nah, that's not true.
No way. They taste the same.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I never heard. I can't remember who it was. It's like somebody middle school. Maybe they were just saying that to try to be different or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they make them different colors to make them look pretty or something. That never made sense to me. What's going on over there? The song's playing in the background. Is that another gum jingle?
No, that was just it was just a phone notification. Like I can't even believe you heard that.
Yeah.
Not only can I not believe you heard that, but that you thought it was a jingle. It's just ding. Like
I thought it was like the beginning. I thought you were pulling up the song. It was like the beginning of it.
Yeah, let's listen to all the gum songs tonight. Let me pull them up.
Well, you wanted to do all the gums at the same time. We could listen to all the jingles at the same time and see, like maybe there's like
just get
a secret message. There's like a secret message in there, and like once you listen to all of them, like you learn like the secrets of like the Illuminati or stuff.
Yeah, like you put them all together, and like you realize like all the people in the commercials are from the same universe.
Yeah,
actually, I mean, I guess they would be by default, but
yeah, dude, what if it was like there will be a major disaster in New York in 2001?
Oh my god,
could you imagine like if you did that and discovered it?
Yeah, it's weird to see any media where they're still. I was watching Men in Black, the first Men in Black, which is it's a great movie. I always thought it withstands the test of time pretty well, and because that was late 90s. So of course the Twin Towers were still there. You see them a couple times in there, and then Spider-Man, too, the original. Well, no, both of them. No, just the original, right? I think it's in there. I think they're in there.
I haven't seen the original Spider-Man. Well, it's not the original Spider-Man. It's like one of the like the 85th Spider-Man.
Well, I guess that was probably incorrect of me to say, but the first one with Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, the original Tobey Spider-Man.
Original Tobey Spider-Man.
there's so many of them. It's like every 2 years there's a new Spider-Man. It's like you guys have any new ideas?
I mean, I never loved the story of Spider-Man. Like it was okay. So like I'm just surprised they made that. But I don't know. I guess they just keep milking like all these superhero ones. I love the Dark Knight trilogy. I like Batman, but I've never seen other than Iron Man, like the original Iron Man that came out in like 03, 04. I remember it was like my senior year of high school, I think. I saw that one when I was in high school, and I never saw another Marvel movie. And I know people are like, "Are you kidding me? Like you've never seen any of them?" No, I haven't. And I just, people say they're so great, but I just feel like, first off, I don't really care for superhero movies that much, and I just feel like it's going to be one of those things. Like everyone says it's great, and I'm going to be like, meh. I don't know. And it's just not my thing. Like I don't really like superhero movies that much. And I don't like, like epic or like fantasy type of stories, but
yeah, I don't like them either. It feels like you're almost fading the public by not watching these movies.
You know how I am.
You are, yeah, I know. You're the contrarian guy, and I think that not watching these movies is very contrarian. But I'm the same way. I think I don't know. I don't see anything appealing about these movies. Like maybe they're a fun watch if you're in the theater, but like how many action scenes can you have before you're like, oh, this is so redundant?
Yeah. And look, and I'm not trashing anyone that likes it or anything like that. Like I know so many people do. So I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's stupid. If you like it, you're dumb. Like that's not my point. I don't know. Like I agree with you. Like Ant-Man, unless you're like a real like comic book nerd, maybe. Are you really that excited to go see the Ant-Man movie? And I think they made more than one, didn't they?
There's the B movie too with Seinfeld.
That wasn't a Marvel. No, but I mean,
it's true though.
Yeah, but like, I'd be more excited for the B movie than Ant-Man.
I was too because Seinfeld was in it, but I heard it was bad, so I actually never watched it.
I never saw it either, actually. But how about, okay, let's get into all the insect movies. We got the Bee Movie, Ants, and A Bug's Life. A Bug's Life is good. I actually watched it not that long ago.
Bug's Life. I don't think I watched it.
Are you serious? That's a good one. It is a good one. I remember seeing it in theaters when I was like 13 or something.
No, I mean, I'm 4 years older than you, so it was, I wouldn't have seen that because just going to college and stuff. But uh,
You're too cool for A Bug's Life as a senior in high school.
that was way too cool. I was seeing the Titanic in movie theaters,
Yeah.
and again, I mentioned that my friends bet on me whether I would
Yeah.
cry or not, and I was
Yeah.
like, you guys, the person who bet I would cry, I'm like, are you an idiot? Like, why would you do that? But no, I never saw I saw that. You know, it's a low key bug movie. Is the Nightmare Before Christmas, because Oogie Boogie is filled with bugs. He's basically like a bug bad guy. So
Oh yeah.
sort of a bug movie.
Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my all-time favorites. I've never told this to anybody, but
Breaking news.
but it's one of my I have like this dream where like they did like somewhere like in my town they did a stage production of The Nightmare Before Christmas, and I auditioned for and get the role of Oogie Boogie. Like I dress up in the costume. It's the role I was born to play, baby.
You had a dream about this?
No, I'm saying that would be if I was gonna
it would be
like,
your
be
dream.
be in a show. That would be my dream play. I could nail it. I could nail the song. I think
Can you do it now?
No, we'll stick to the gum jingles for now.
I was about to say, you gave me just gum jingles. Why not give me some Oogie Boogie here?
No, there's I've seen some really awesome like live performances. Like they have I can't remember which orchestra did it, but they have like an orchestra playing the the music with the movie playing in the background. It's like a live performance. They just and then they have the voice actors come up and perform the songs. It's really neat, and there's so many, that's such a well, I mean, it was a really popular movie at the time, and I mean, I would say it's cult status plus, I mean, because it wasn't. I feel like, well, correct me if you think I'm wrong, but a lot of times if it's something's a cult classic, it wasn't necessarily like a box office hit either,
Usually not, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean, think about how long. I mean, since its inception, like you still see Nightmare Before Christmas apparel or whatever, like everywhere in media, and it's very.
Yeah, if you go to Spencer's Gifts, it's like the thing right in front.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah.
It's like, don't you guys have like something new to tout here?
Mhm.
Like feels like there's just. I think we talked about this. It feels like there's such cultural stagnation since like the late '90s or early 2000s. Like feels like there's nothing new almost. Like I guess you could say like Game of Thrones stuff. People really got into that. That's like an older show. Like stuff for like teenagers and stuff, and maybe young, like slightly older than that. It doesn't feel like there's anything new, and it's like I don't know, maybe it has to do with the internet or something, but it is pretty crazy that all this old stuff is still being celebrated as if it's new. And then I heard kind of like a poll of like what era do you yearn for, like each age group was asked that, and I think like the teenagers now, they like yearn for the 90s. Like it's like you were not alive in the 90s. Like, how are you yearning? Yeah, how are you yearning for this? But it's true. It's how they've been polled. So like I feel like they're just like being like shown these things from the 90s, and they like them a lot, and really like the 90s, that was right before the internet just really got popularized, and it was life was like so much more of a mystery back then, whereas like you go out and you wouldn't know what would happen. Like you would go out in your neighborhood when you were a kid, and you go looking for your friends. And like I remember like riding my bike out, like, hey, I wonder if any of my friends are around. Like I don't know. I'd show up their house.
Yeah.
And like sometimes if you saw the other bikes, you're like, okay, here's everyone,
Exactly.
And then you feel a little upset that you didn't get called, but you still like try to hang out. I always would like see if like anyone's playing basketball or something or whatever. But now like you just know everything that's happening. You just like communicate with anyone, which I guess it's like a positive in the sense, but at the same time, like a lot of the mystery is gone too. And I feel like that's kind of like where we are in the cultural aspect of things. Like everything is just like regurgitated and recycled because the internet and everything. So
there was like a magic to it of like is the best way that I can put it.
Oh yeah.
It's like I saw this clip recently. It was like a Facebook reel, and it said it was like an interview. So I can't remember if it was like in the late 80s or like early 90s, and it was like a young couple, and they were talking about, they're like, oh, like one day in the future, I don't know, it was like a man on the street interview sort of situation, or it appeared to be so. It was a short clip, And they're like, oh, in the future, like you can have like make video calls like in the palm of your hand and like have access to everything. And the guy's like, he's like, who would want that? It's
Yeah.
kind of.
I think I was telling Andy this. I was like, when we met, I was like, we have like the sum of all the information ever recorded on these devices, these small devices, and like, what do? We look at cat videos. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm still.
can you imagine like someone from like 50 years ago, 100 years ago? It's like, if you show them that, you're like, oh my god, you must do so many amazing things on that. It's like, oh, well, I watch cats. You know.
Well, you want to know what's funny is that like I think because like as the technology advances, like yeah, like we're like many of us, myself included, probably are dumber. As we're like, let's think about, and I know it's much more complicated than what I'm gonna say, but okay, like Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone.
Yeah.
Right. It's like back then, yeah, like I couldn't invent a telephone now with everything like in my access. Like I don't think I could do it. So it's like I think like the more accessible something is, like the more you like, you know what I mean? Like you just don't feel like you need to develop like certain skill. I mean, maybe that's a bad example, but there's no way I could design a phone. I wouldn't know the first, like, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Even if you showed me like a schematic, I just have no mind for that. And they did it without like, think of like how far like more primitive the technology was at the time. So anyhow, I guess the point is, I'm getting dumber every day. So,
well, I think a lot of people wouldn't be able to do that sort of thing. Like there are a lot of inventions right now that we just take for granted, and we wouldn't be able to put anything together. Like even stuff like like these remotes. Like how do you even make something that looks like this? I mean, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, I know, right? Or like a camera.
Right.
Like, how would you?
Well, no one uses a camera anymore, sadly.
No, but like even like how do you put a camera on a phone?
Right.
Like I wouldn't know, even if you showed me like all the, like how to do, like if I Googled like how to build a phone, like if I had everything, like in a sense I would have everything like easily accessible to figure out, like have a means to do it, not overnight, but in theory I could figure it out. There's no way I'd be able to. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, on the same way. I couldn't do it. We have a super chat for Harambe.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks you so much. Yeah, Harambe gave us one yesterday as well. So $4.99 super chat. Thank you. He says, "Hey guys, just dropping in. I'm watching the Red Sox game. Also, PSA, there's an NFL futures boost on Fanatics. I got Bengals Super Bowl at 33-1. That's awesome,
dude. That's awesome. And we always love to hear about a boost, man. Boys getting boosted.
Yeah, I'm always worried about Fanatics, just because they are infamous for not paying people out or limiting people very, very easily. So I have never had an account, but look, if you can get 33-1 on the Bengals, I think that's a fantastic number. I got 25-1, and one of the, I forget where he's from, maybe established to run Adam Leviton, I think that's his name. He mentioned that he got Bengals at 30-1. I'm like, oh, where'd you get that? I replied to him. He's like, oh, I got it in March. I'm like, I was very disappointed, like that I couldn't get 30-1, but 33-1 is fantastic. Wow. I did a bunch of exactas on the Bengals recently. I put them in with the Rams, Lions, and 49ers so far. I didn't know if I should do another one. I still have bonus bets coming. None of these, by the way, I put any money on. It's like all bonus bet money. But like, the obvious candidates are, Eagles. I'm not really a believer in them. Cowboys, I know Andy likes them. And I could be talked into it. There's the Packers. I'm just kidding. Then there's there's the Bears. Bears are a possibility. And then I would say the Seahawks would be the other one, but I really don't think they're going to repeat. So I don't know if I should do like a fourth one, but right now I'm going through the Chargers. I actually did a Rams. I'm going to be doing a Rams Texans one, just because I don't have any exposure to the Texans at all. And like the more I was thinking about it, like I had Mike Lucine on last night, who was talking about the Texans receivers. Like he was really like selling me on the Texans without actually selling me on the Texans, because he was talking up how good the receivers looked, and I'm like, you know what? they have a better offensive line. They have a better running game now with Montgomery. Their defense is still awesome. They have a good coach that I like, keeps getting them into the playoffs. And like Stroud is really the only question mark. Like, what if Stroud gets back to his rookie year? Like with this improved supporting cast, like the Texans are, they would suddenly be a pretty good threat. So I was thinking about them as a team that I just had no exposure to. So I think that's kind of interesting to go that route as well. So I was thinking about like putting them in exactas as well with like, the Rams, Lions, Niners would be my 3 primary NFC teams. But I lost the home run prop bet tonight. I had one of the Indians guys. So I'm going to have a $100 bonus bet on DraftKings that I'll put on Rams Texans, I think. And by the way, I know I wasn't going to talk about I was going to talk about this draft, but this guy drafted 3 quarterbacks in a row. Do not draft 3 quarterbacks in a row. Anyway. What are you say?
Now I can't remember what I was going to say.
That's it.
I remember now. I've got an exacta for you. Oh my God. Take the Texans and the Cowboys.
Oh,
An all-Texas Super Bowl.
Okay. What are the odds?
I don't know. I try give it a shot, man. Something either them or the Washington football team.
I didn't mention them, but like it's not the craziest thing to suspect that they'll all get back because they got to the NFC Championship 2 years ago, and their defense should be better. And I'm trying to hit Control F here, and it's not working. There we go. Texans, Cowboys is what we're looking for, right? They don't miss my pick here. Texans, Cowboys. Yeah, it's 240-1 for Cowboys beat Texans, and 260-1 for Texans beat Cowboys. So that is that's pretty good. So,
could you imagine if that happened?
Yeah.
I mean, how good Andy likes the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, he bet them to win the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Imagine. Was that wow worthy?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that would be crazy if they actually did something this year. It's so crazy to think of how long it's been since they won the Super Bowls.
I know.
We're talking what I mean, 30 plus years ago now. That's scary to think about.
It is so long ago. Like they really haven't had much success at all. Yeah, I mean, look, this might be a decent chance. I'm not a big believer in Brian Schottenheimer. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong about coaches before. I have to restart DraftKings or reload DraftKings. So their defense, I was looking at their defense, just their depth chart got released, and I was like, this actually looks like a decent defense. It's not going to be top 10, but it could be if they are in the upper half of the NFL, if they're like 14th or something. And they have their offense doesn't skip a beat. Like they don't suffer injuries. Like that team could definitely win the Super Bowl. Like there's really no question about it. And their odds they were 35-1, which is where Andy got them, and then now they're 25-1. I still think it might be worth a shot. Like I wouldn't mind putting some Cowboys exactas up. Maybe not $100. I don't think you need to. Like 200. If you do want to do Texans Cowboys, like you don't need to put $100 on it to win 26,000. Like you can just put like 50 on it to win 13 grand. Like that. I'm still happy with that, right? Or even 25 to win half of that, 6,500, right? So I mean that'd still be pretty good. You'd still be pretty happy about the result. So I wouldn't use a $100 bonus bet on it, but a $50 bonus bet, like I think some exactas in the Cowboys could be worth it.
All right, well, I'm excited to see how it all pans out, huh?
Yeah, it should be fun. Hey, let's talk about football or this draft.
What's up, Mega Alex? Yeah, Friday night's a different show there, Mega Alex, but we'll get into it a little bit. But we appreciate you being here, man.
Well, for now, obviously Friday nights during the season, we're going to be talking about.
Of course.
For our contest, which by the way, we have entered the Circa Millions. And so you brought this up last week, where you were talking about the Vikings and liking the Vikings a lot in week 1. And we got some news past couple of days. I don't know if you saw it, but it was I don't know how to read into this, because last week you had the stipulation. You're like, I like the Vikings as long as McCarthy doesn't start. Well, McCarthy has by most accounts outplayed Murray in practice so far. And,
Mm.
and frankly, it hasn't even been close according to a lot of accounts. Like Murray has had a like 10, at least like double digit passes that were interceptions that were dropped. And McCarthy's looked better. In fact, like someone posted like McCarthy's outplaying Murray. I'm like, this is not bullish for McCarthy. I think this is just very bearish for Murray because remember, Arizona was their offense was better than better with Brissett than it was with Murray last year. And I don't know, people may be discounting that, like not really. And Murray just got drafted, not really factoring that in. But it is a reality that they got better offensively without him. Now they didn't win as many games because the defense fell apart with a lot of injuries, but still, Murray could just, I mean, if he can't beat out JJ McCarthy for the starting job, like that might be it for him, really. Like he might, if he wants to continue to play football, he might go to the CFL, but I mean, he's made a lot of money, so he may not need to, but I feel like he could be good in the CFL with the scrambling, just given the wider field and the slower players. That's why mobile quarterbacks do so well in the CFL. And maybe that's the place for him. if he can't beat out McCarthy, it's just a bad luck, you know?
Yeah, well, I did hear a little bit of what you're saying, and I'll put it this way. If McCarthy ends up starting, it will not be a Y2K pick. Not to say that he couldn't turn it around and do all right, but there's no way that I'm going to put a Y2K pick on freaking McCarthy. There's just no way. Maybe I still like the Vikings, but I wouldn't like it that much. So that's how I feel about the situation. I can't be throwing out the Y2K picks all willy-nilly. They're undefeated.
That's true. A lot on the line here, 3-0. Yeah. It's like, I don't know if you ever remember, like, maybe I'm weird, but I remember just I don't like baseball as much now, but I used to love baseball and I used to like love the Phillies when I was young. And like there would always be a relief pitcher or something, or like maybe a starting pitcher with like a really cool record. Like I remember like Larry Anderson, like the late Larry Anderson for the Phillies. He had a 3-1 record. And his number, I think, was 31. So I thought that was like pretty cool. And like I was just hoping it would stay 3-1. You know, I was like, don't put him in there. His record might go to 3-2 or 4-1. You know, so I was always like stressed out about that. That's how I feel about your YTK picks. It's like you're 3-0, like let's keep it a 3-0 forever. You know,
exactly.
If like you give one out, like have it pushed so it's still 3-0. You know,
funny you bring up Larry Anderson 3-1 on the 31st.
Yeah, it is. As you said, it is Friday the 13th backwards.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th backwards. So weird thing, not as many, but it's rare when the weird things happen on the Friday the 31st, but when they do, look out, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of weird things, look at this red cross we have here. We have it's like a Christian cross here with this guy taking 4 quarterbacks for some reason. Do not take 4 quarterbacks ever. That is not smart. 3 is even, you know, I don't even think you need 3. I think 3, if you can use 3 if you draft like high risk quarterbacks. I mean, that's fine. But in 2, obviously you need, but 3 is pushing it. 4, don't do 4. So yeah, I was going to ask you about your Vikings pick. And it's not going to be a Y2K if McCarthy starts, but would you still like it? Like, would you still like it enough on the card? You would?
Yeah, I think so. I'm interested to see how the line will shift. You know, based, you know, whenever there is an official announcement of who's going to start. But I think I'll still like the Vikings, but I can't put a Y2K play on JJ McCarthy. You know.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't think I can do it either. I mean, there's certain quarterbacks you just can't bat. That's not to say that he can't win. I mean, he beat the Lions last year in week 17, you know, no, sorry, that was Brosmer. The
Golden Gopher, yeah.
Yeah. And I know you like to joke around about him, but he's worse than McCarthy, you know. And so if he could beat the Lions, I think that I think McCarthy can beat the Packers in week 1. Especially given the issues the Packers have.
Yeah, you like the Saints week 1 +7.
I know. I was actually like when I was in Vegas, I was just in the pool by myself. There's two things I like to do when I'm in Vegas in the pool by myself. Like one is to eavesdrop on conversations, and I had a gem of conversation. There was actually there's a guy in the pool who looked like exactly like Scott Bakula,
Oh
from
yeah.
but not now, like circa 1990. So I was thinking that like, is that his son? You know, he kept coming. He said I overheard him say his name is Jimmy. So like, I didn't even like bother to look it up. Like the Scott Bakula have a son named Jimmy, the Jimmy Bakula.
Jimmy Bakula.
Dude, he looks the dead ringer for Bakula from Quantum Leap. Like he looked exactly like him. Great show, by the way. I don't know if you ever watched it, but
I remember it, but I wasn't like an avid watcher. No.
oh wow, okay. That's I love that show. And I didn't watch it when I was a kid. I tuned in late, and I really enjoyed it. Thought it was really good. But anyway, he was saying like some weird stuff. Like he was with two escorts who I believe they were escorts. There were two Asian women who were attractive. Because like he was with them the whole time and they stayed with him the whole time, but he wasn't dating one of them because he kept like telling them stuff that they would have known if they were dating him. Like he was like, oh, he was bragging. He's like, I have a ranch in Montana, you know. And then he started flirting with the pool waitress who was also Asian. And then he was saying like weird stuff. Like he was saying is they got vodka cranberries. He's like, you guys are so lucky I don't have to roofie you. It's like, what? That's a strange thing to say. That's a strange thing to say.
Yeah, this guy sounds weird.
Yeah. And then he's yelling. He's like, so I'm gonna roofie everyone here. I was like, okay.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Dude, there's some strange people in the world.
This is me eavesdropping in conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. He must be. Maybe he's stuck in the.
Hey, he's someone else. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let me take these. Do you think you can hold your own here for like a minute or two?
No, the show's gonna fall apart. You can't leave.
I know I say this every time. Yeah, let me take these dogs out real quick. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. I will read comments while Tom is gone. So let me do a reverse chronological. Libertarian says, hey Pat, he says, Quacky, I remember one. Oh, well, I'll say that for when Quacky returns. What's the best round to draft Tucker Kraft? Who do you like more than him in this range? I usually don't draft tight ends early. We did that yesterday though. Tucker Kraft went around 7-11. I like round 8's okay. But the problem is I usually draft Blake Corum or Kyle Monangai in round 8. Sometimes Ramondre Stevenson if he drops there. If not one of them, Jonathan Brooks. That's usually where I get my fifth running back. So, and round 7 is usually where I get my quarterback. So, if Kraft fell to round 9, I would definitely take him round 9. But like I said, there's just so many good tight ends you can take late. Like I got Brenton Strange round 12. I think it's gonna be great. I'm gonna get hopefully Kate Otten on the way back just to stack with Mayfield. Like all these tight ends are good. Like Andrews round 12, Ferguson round 12, Gadsden round 13, Dulcich I like a lot round 14, Henry million touchdowns last year round 14, Schultz played well last year round 14. Like it's just no reason to take a tight end round 7 or 8 when you can still get a really good player running back or a receiver or your top quarterback. So I'm just not into it, you know. And plus he's coming with 20 ACL, he may not be 100%. So that's my issue there. What's the best roster construction for only 2 QBs? I've been doing 3-6-8-3 for only 2 QBs. Well, it depends how what you do early. Like if you do what I did and I went running back, receiver, running back, and then receiver, quarterback, running back. So 4 running backs in the first 6 rounds and 5 running backs in the first 8 rounds. You want to go a lot of receivers because there's no point in going to running back late. Maybe one if you like them. You know, I've been drafting the 49er backups late. So you want to stack up on receivers just because they have more upside late than the other guys. Like the running backs you draft late are going to be guys who only do well if the starters in front of them get hurt. But the receivers you draft late, like look at this, like Stribling, I think he's going to contribute like early in the season, Trey Tucker could be the number one receiver on the Raiders. Romeo Doubs is the starting slot receiver on the Patriots. Like that's a big producer for Josh McDaniels' offense. Wan'Dale Robinson, I think the number one in Tennessee, or at least the number two. Like these guys are all starters. The guys you're drafting at running back here are not starters. Like Mason, I guess, but Minnesota's running backs suck. You got Jones as a backup. Krosky Merritt might be a backup. Tracy is definitely a backup. Keaton Mitchell's a backup. Rodriguez looks like to be a backup. Pacheco definitely backup. Like these are all backups, whereas receivers are starters, and that's why I like to load up on receivers here. So my point is that like you should be drafting a lot of receivers late in the second half. So if you only go 2 QBs, I would say probably 2, 6, 9, 3. I think that's that adds up to 20. Or you could go 2, 7, 8, 3 if you're not very comfortable with your running back, something like that. I wouldn't go 4 tight ends. I'd still stick with 3 tight ends. But really, quarterbacks matters. The quarterback numbers matters if you draft 2 quarterbacks who are safe. You know, if you draft 2 quarterbacks who are safe, like I did, like Mayfield and Lawrence, like I don't think I'll need a third quarterback. Now there's one still available here who's intriguing, and I'm going to take him if he falls to me, just because. And I talked about this with Mike, and if you listened last night, you'll know who it is. He just has a lot of upside, and I'm going to take him if he's there. But I don't want to mention it in case if someone's watching. But that's what I would do is if you draft 2 safe quarterbacks, you don't need a third. But if you draft 2 risky quarterbacks, or at least 1 risky quarterback like Malik Willis, who could get a lot of runs, but he's a mobile quarterback, so he can get hurt. Then okay, Mendoza went, so it's not that was the guy I was going to draft. So that's the last quarterback I would take. So I'm not going to take one. But anyway, what I'm saying is if you draft Willis and Ward is risky because you don't know where you're going to get out of him. Jones, same thing. Like then you need 3 quarterbacks just because there's a lot of potential downside that you have there. So that is that's how I would do it. Quacky, we had a question for you. Quacky, I remember one Friday you mentioned a Walter Football Coast picnic. Picnic. Am I invited going? Have a great night.
Of course. Yeah, it's going to be a Walter Football family picnic and charity softball game. So, and we're going to play it over in England since we love the international play so much.
Oh, God.
I'm going to fly Walter out there first class.
First class to England. Okay. At least it's not like in the middle seat. That's what I hate the most.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
Well, I mean, Patrick's been on the show a few times, so he'll definitely be invited to the picnic for sure.
Patrick's been on the show.
Yeah, he's been on the show a few times. Libertarian Overwatch, yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know he's actually been on the show like as a host.
Yeah, he's been on a few times. In England, never mind. I was never on the show.
You're not. I'm so stupid.
Suddenly he's not on the show anymore. Now that we're
I'll get you a first class ticket too, man. And you get a day in the life of the Eyes on the Ground segment that I do over there.
Why England? Why not one of the other destinations? That
I'll be outside. What's it called? Tottenham or whatever. I'll just be like, we're out here for the charity softball game.
The Arm and Hammer.
The charity? The money raised should go to like renovations to the Trenton Thunder Stadium or something, or to their parking lot for all the times you've been in there.
Like really parking lot.
Yeah, it benefits all proceeds go to the Trenton Thunder.
Well, the proceeds should go to the people who living around the Trenton Thunder baseball stadium because it is a sad state of affairs down there. I told you before, like there's when you get off the ramp of Route 1, there's always like someone standing on the corner going like this. It's the same person. He's just there all the time, like at 2 a.m.
Really?
He's going like this the whole time. And I'm like, if there's a red light, I stop like way before. I'm like, slow roll it, moving a little bit. But if it's green, I like slam the gas and like make sure because I don't know what that person's going to do.
Of course, yeah. You ever have like a close call? Like you ever get nervous?
Not with him, but actually I did get like a close call where I got freaked out while I was driving back from my friend's house. We were playing cards, Magic the Gathering to be precise, a few weeks ago. It was actually 2 weeks ago. And I was at a red light and there's a bar. There's a bar around the corner from me. This is right there. And there's 2 people like walking toward my car. And like they looked like they were like looking at me weirdly, and I kind of had this like bad feeling, and it wasn't a bad neighborhood. It was just like a bad feeling. And then they walk like close to my car, and then they open up the back door of my car, or like they tried like they reached for the back door of my car, and I'm like, and I heard the lady say, "Are you so and so?" I just sped off. She thought I was an Uber driver.
Oh, well, I was getting nervous for you at first, though.
Yeah. There's nowhere for them to sit. I mean,
yeah,
it'd be funny if like I just picked them up and like start
You're
driving.
like, yeah, where are you
I'm not
going?
your
Like to
driver.
pay cash.
I am not your driver.
Oh, that is kind of scary, though.
Yeah, and so yeah, I never had that happen to me before, but that was really weird. I guess it was a silver car, but yeah, I don't know. I always check the license plate of the, you never want to get in with somebody like
Oh
like
yeah,
it's someone random, like you have no idea who that person could
Oh
be.
my
Like they
God,
could be like
yeah.
a serial killer,
Yeah. Probably the Uber driver could be. No, I mean, I've driven for Uber on the side for a long time
Yeah.
too. I've never had, knock on wood, in 11 years. I mean, I hardly ever do it anymore. But for a while there, like when I was in college, like it got me through college in like 2018. But
Did
like
it ever like wear down your car though? That I've heard that be such a negative for it.
yeah, you know what? Well, that old Hyundai Sonata that I have, like that thing was a beast. I had 251,000 miles on that thing.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I mean, of course it's going to put miles on there, but like at the time, like when I was going through school, like I had classes and stuff, so like I didn't like work during the, I couldn't really work during the daytime, so I would do like overnights on Uber.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun though, but I never like I was never worried or anything that somebody was gonna, like, I never had like a safety concern or anything like that.
Did you ever look at did you ever get someone like an offer to pick up someone with a low rating? You're like, I'm not going to do it.
Oh, 1,000 times, sure.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not 1,000, but it's like you don't really see like too many low ratings. Like I have picked up some people because my rate. What do you think my rating is as a driver?
2.0. Just kidding.
It's a 4.99. Yeah, it is. Did I tell you this or something?
No, I just knew it.
You. Wow.
I looked you up. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, 4.99. I picked up somebody that was a 3 one time, and he was like a normal dude. It was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like one time, because you very rarely see anything less than like a 4.6. So like if I see under like a 4.5 or like 4.6, I'm like, One time I picked up this girl that was a 4, and I was like, so like I was just like kind of, I get to talk if they want to talk, like I'll talk, me. But I was like, what'd you do to get a 4? And she was like, oh, she's like, my friend. She's like, I ordered the Uber like under my name, but like my friend threw up in the car or something. So like they gave me like a 1 star, it's like, but it wasn't her fault, it was just under her name. And I was like, oh, I was like, I'll make sure I give you a 5 and like help boost you up. She like chuckled. But I mean, I pretty much gave like, I could probably count on 2 hands how many times I've given less than a 5 star.
Okay.
To a passenger.
I'm always paranoid that I'll get like a low score, and then not that I ever misbehave in a car or anything. Like I'm always worried that like I'll I'll slam the door. I'll slam the door a little too hard, and they'll be like, "Oh, this guy broke my door. I'm gonna give him a 1." And then like the only people who pick me up are gonna be like serial killers and like who just escaped the mental hospital.
I've had some bad drivers myself. Like when I've taken it as a rider. One time I complained and they gave me the whole ride. It was like a $30 ride too to the airport. They gave me the whole thing for free. This guy was just like swerving in and out, like
really?
like going too fast. I wrote in like the complaint. I wrote at the end, I was like, I kissed the ground when I got to the airport. I didn't actually, but then they were like, we're sorry about this. Like they gave me a full refund. But then guess what? So like about a year and a half ago, this is like February of last year, I was in an Uber with my girlfriend at the time, her son. She was getting a new car, so we were Ubering there so we could drive her other car back. And this driver, like he was already just like going like like too fast. Like he was just like unnecessarily like not aggressive, but it's like, dude, you don't need to be like following that closely. Like for what? For why? Ricky Waters, So anyhow,
For
like,
what?
yeah, like, why are you doing that? So then, guess what happened? We're going down like a pretty main road, and the car in front of us rear ends the car in front of them. So
Wow.
like they hit a car, so they're stopped now, and he almost rear ended them. And like
That's
I had to
crazy.
like put my arm out to like my girlfriend's son, like make sure he was all right. I was like, dude, like, what are you? So I complained about that. Like I was pissed. I was pissed. Like, and you
Yeah.
know what? They gave me a $5 credit. I complained. I mean, I was in contact with the chat for like I was trolling after like the first 3 times, but I went on for 3 days, being like, no way, like you're gonna refund this whole ride. And like I mean, I was relentless, like on and off for 3 days, just to see how far, like how long it would take. They didn't budge, man. I couldn't believe they gave me
Really?
$5 for that, dude. I mean, we must have been inches from hitting this car because the car that we almost hit rear-ended the car in front of him. And it's just like, yeah, a lot of these drivers are terrible. You know, like the rides I've done, a lot of I wouldn't say a lot of times, but more times than you'd think. People say to me, they're like, "You're the first normal Uber driver we've ever had."
Really?
Can you imagine that? I'm the most. No, I'm a good guy. You know, like like I have so much fun with a lot of the passengers. Just talk. I mean, for those that watch the show, like you know how I am. I always have something to talk about. You know, most people, you know, but I don't like
Yeah.
badger people. If I can tell if they have their headphones on, I'm not like, hey, so you know, like
Yeah.
obviously I can read a room or an automobile. Is that
Yeah.
what you called an automobile?
The automobile.
That's what I was gonna do. I got to make a note to remember to see if I can watch the Flintstones later. What are you
I
saying?
thought it was The Simpsons. It wasn't the Simpsons reference. No.
Oh no, it was, but I was just thinking of something different altogether. I just want to watch the Flintstones movie later.
Why?
I don't know. I just remember how I told you I'm going to start telling you my unfiltered thoughts. Remember I told you that, and you're like, "You mean you aren't already?"
No.
I
What
know,
has
but I
this
think
been the whole time?
you mean it gets worse. These are the filtered ones. No,
Right,
I'd
right.
say but I mean, I tell you because like I think it'll help us understand like our handicapping style better as we approach the super contest coming up, because this is going to be our last show together until the season, right? Because you're going to have preseason.
Yeah. Well, not next week. Next week I won't have preseason. There's
Are you
the
sure about that?
Hall of Fame game is on Thursday, but the real preseason starts in 2 weeks. Not next week.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
we still have one more week. Yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy. Football is here basically. Now
Yeah.
Hall of Fame game is not really football, but it's was it Carolina? It's Carolina and Arizona. We're gonna get to see Carson Beck at least. We're gonna see him suck, but yeah,
No way, man. No way.
The Beck is gonna do well here in the preseason.
You're dreaming if you think that he's gonna come in. He's gonna come in hot. I think the Cardinals win in a romp in the Hall of Fame game.
Wow, that's
I
so.
think Love is gonna run amok out there. Show him what he's got. I'm serious.
Love. I don't think Love's playing.
You don't think Jeremiah Love's gonna play?
I don't know. Maybe. I'd be shocked if he plays in the preseason.
Really?
I don't know. If they play him, that's so dumb. But
well, Beck's gonna play, right?
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
he'll
all you
play
need,
like
man.
the
That's all
entire
you
second
need.
half. Like I'm sure Minshew might get. Maybe Minshew doesn't even play. Like if I'm Arizona, I just might have Beck play the whole time.
I love him, but like imagine waking up every day and your name's Gardner.
Gardner.
Yeah,
I feel like you can get like good endorsement deals from some Gardner.
That's true. Yeah, he could be like True Green or something.
Yeah. There's some potential there. It could work out for him. We'll see. We had a fantasy football counselor's going to lose it if he doesn't see Jeremiah Love playing the preseason. Yeah. I don't think he's talked about him recently. I watched a couple of his videos. He's moving down to Florida. But he's more in on seems like Jadarian Price these days. Because like he did a video saying like five players you must draft, and Price is on the video, but Love wasn't. So I wonder if he's changed his tune. McCarthy just got drafted. The Mr.
Mike
penultimate irrelevant, I guess you would call it.
Penultimate or irrelevant. Dude, I'd take Drew Aller over McCarthy.
That's interesting. I mean, Rodgers is super old, right? So maybe he plays, but McCarthy looks like, I mean, it's only been 3 days or 4 days so far, but he has outplayed Murray so far. Like I said, Murray's had so many passes like that should have been interception that have been dropped. So I am starting to worry about that. Not that I have any exposure to the Vikings. I have a future on them to win the Super Bowl that I don't think I bet on. I think it was like a bonus bet, and I only did it because this was back in early March when they were reaching out to the Bengals to trade for Joe Burrow. And I was like, well, what if they get an actual good quarterback? Like, what if they don't get Burrow? Like, what if like the Eagles have been disgruntled with Jalen Hurts? Like, what if they traded for Jalen Hurts or something like something weird? Something like what if they traded for CJ Stroud and Stroud bounced back? Like, with a good quarterbacks coach. Like that's what I was thinking. Is I thought Minnesota would make a big move for a quarterback, but they didn't do that. Like they only signed Kyler Murray, who once again was worse than Jacoby Brissett last year. So it can't be too much of a surprise that Murray's struggling. Like I don't think this is McCarthy being great. I think this is Murray just being terrible, as we saw last year. Like he had some rocky games in the first. He played 5 games in full last year. He went 2-3. He blew some big leads in the fourth quarter. He did nothing in those games outside of the Seattle game where he had a nice comeback. But like in the New Orleans and Carolina games, like he really struggled in the fourth quarter. And like I feel like Brissett would have been better because we saw Brissett play better. So I don't know. I don't understand Minnesota's thinking the past couple of off seasons with these quarterbacks. Like they let Darnold go. Like yeah, I wasn't high on Darnold, but at least like he got them to 14 wins. And then they draft McCarthy, I had McCarthy in the second round. Like this is not hindsight. I never liked him. And then they drafted him to replace Darnold, who won 14 games. That didn't work out. And they're like, oh, what are we going to do? Like, okay, they tried to trade for Joe Burrow. Cincinnati sent 3 first-round picks and 3 defensive starters. And to me, like the Vikings said no to it. I'm like, why not? Like one of the defensive starters you traded for 2/3 was Jonathan Grenard. Like the other one, Jonathan Allen, they ended up either trading or I think they cut him actually. And then I forget who else they wanted. They wanted another good player, but I don't know. And like 3 firsts, like if you have Burrow, you're not like with that defense and that offensive line that should be better. And Jefferson, Hawkinson, Addison, if you have Burrow with that team, like you're drafting in the 20s at the very least. Like who cares about those picks? Like I'd rather have Burrow. I don't know. Maybe it's a steep price, but I don't know. I would have made the move. Would you have done that? 3 first and 3 defensive starters.
Oh, I don't know, man. Sounds good. Sounds tempting, but
sounds like a lot until you go into the season with Murray, who sucks, and McCarthy who sucks, and you have no chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely McCarthy's last chance, though. I saw this meme or something. It was like it says something to the effect of like, are the Vikings really going to let McCarthy waste like prime Justin Jefferson's like prime years?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. You like Sam Darnold though? You think he's good?
I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's bad though. I mean, he's
are you happy for old Sam though that he won? He got one.
Yeah, it was a long time coming. So yeah,
I was happy for him. I think you should be too.
You think I should be happy?
Put some respect on his name. I'm saying, man.
I don't know if I was happy.
It's a cool story though. I mean, he was highly touted, and then, was a bust. It seemed, and now he won a Super Bowl. I'm happy for the guy.
He saw ghosts in New England. Like he looked like he was shell shocked and had the yips.
And then he beat him in the Super Bowl, dude. I mean, that's a great story for him,
Yeah, sort of. I mean, look, he beat Belichick's protege, right? Even though Vrabel didn't like coach under him, but still is basically a player who played under Belichick. Like he saw ghosts against Belichick's defense. But like if he beat Belichick, that would have been slaying the dragon. But like it's like the dragon's cousin,
Why do you gotta take the fun out of everything?
And plus he didn't play that well in the Super Bowl. He missed a lot of throws too. It was Walker and the defense just being great.
He still won.
Yeah, he did.
But no one can be like, oh, remember when you saw Ghost? You just be like, I beat him in the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, look, he redeemed himself. It's fair. I don't think he's great.
Defend his honor, man. You should defend his honor.
I don't think he's great. I don't think he's great. I think he's a fine starter. He's probably like league average at this point.
Okay. I like I do like the Seahawks opening night against the Patriots, right? That's the opening night.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I mean, what has changed? I mean, like the last football game was them playing, like what changed with the line? Yeah, of course they have a whole offseason to make adjustments, but it's like they're just running through that offensive line. Like why should I believe anything's going to change?
Well,
and I'm also predicting a down year for the Patriots. See, Vrabel brought that little dog in there.
Yeah, that's the key to victory, actually. So they're going to win now. I think some things have changed. Like they got AJ. First of all, they got AJ Brown. Like that's a huge weapon, and also Dubs. Dubs gonna be a good slot receiver for them. So their weapons are better. Their tackle Will Campbell. He was so injured last year that he was tipping whether the Patriots are going to run or pass. Like the way he was in his stance, like he was so hurt that it was in a different stance, whether it's a run or a pass. And Seattle saw that. But the week they had off, they picked up on it, and like that's how they were able to dominate the Patriots. Now Campbell's not going to be hurt. He played very well last year when he was healthy, but he got hurt and he came back and was never 100%. Like that was like a big liability. They also drafted a right tackle, so we don't know how he's going to play, but you assume that he will be better than what they had last year, or at least maybe status quo. So I do think some things have changed for sure. Then again, Seattle has brought back everyone on defense. Like they bringing back all 11 starters on defense. It's pretty rare. And the only starter, I think the only starter they're missing from their entire team last year was Kenneth Walker. Now Walker had a big game, but they drafted Jadarian Price in the first round, and Price is very talented. So, and by all accounts, he's looking really good in training camp. So like this could be the same team, you know. I'm hesitant to bet them to win the Super Bowl because it's hard to repeat, and their schedule's gonna be tougher this year. But it still is the same team. But I do think the Patriots will be better. So like I do think things have changed, but I still like Seattle. It's a night game. I think that really benefits a West Coast team against the East Coast team. And I still think they're better. I still think they're better than the Patriots. So I would take Seattle. I don't love it, but I would like it enough to bet a couple units on or something.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Yeah, I mean they have added new weapons, but I mean, I don't know. Was all the dominance that they had on the Patriots offensive line all hinged upon like the Campbell injury? I mean, sure, to some extent, of course, but I don't know, man. I mean, they just couldn't do anything. It was terrible. I mean, they're just running right through them. And yeah, like I think there's merit to what you're saying, but I don't think it was just that. That whole side of the line was a liability for them that whole Super Bowl. So
yeah,
I don't know. I think this is going to be a down year for New England because of the off-field drama with Vrabel, and I think those things can not always necessarily, but often be a cloud hanging over the head, the team sort of thing. So
you really think so?
You can't help.
You really think?
Well,
I'm to be a cloud hanging over the head.
I'm saying at best it's neutral.
Yeah,
it can't help. It can't help. So
maybe they all rally around Vrabel because they're like, oh, the love of his life, he can't be with her anymore, and they're gonna rally around the coach.
Good. Hey, I mean, you can be right.
No, actually, I think there is some merit to that. Now, I would lean toward it not being a factor, but there is some merit to saying that it might be because Trey Van Henderson, he said he posted something on X recently, or it may not have been X, maybe it was Instagram, but he said something like married men should stay faithful to their wives or something. He said something to that nature, and so I think Mike Lucine pointed that out to me yesterday, I believe. And that, or maybe it was someone else. I can't remember. So my apologies to whoever said that to me. But like, I'm thinking like, oh man, I am not going to draft Trey Van Henderson now in fantasy. He's going to be on the bench. So Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just saying because of what happened. Maybe you're right. Maybe it doesn't affect. But if a couple things go wrong and they start out like 0-2 or 1-3 or something, there's a much higher chance that he's going to lose that locker room. I'm just saying. So that's what I think. I'm not putting all my eggs in that basket, but I think it's a contributing factor. So and then you have the whole Super Bowl hangover theory. Go ahead.
Sure. Andy's saying Vrabel issue won't be a distraction. Old news by now. Look, maybe. I think I would side with Andy on this one, but oh, sorry. Michael Sheen said fake. Okay. Henderson tweet was fake. Oh man, I was ready to like just be super anti Henderson. That sucks. It was fake.
Quick draft Henderson.
I was about to say like Henderson's talking about it. Like maybe there's something to it, but no, I do think it's old news. I'm not like I'm 95% confident it won't be an issue, but. It's a slight chance it could be. Like I do think that what you said is true. It's neutral at best. This probably is neutral. Like I don't think it'll affect them. Now maybe they do lose to Seattle in week 1. Let's look at their schedule and see how likely it is that they start slowly. Now their schedule is gonna be tougher this year than it was last year, but I don't think it's like that tough from what I remember. So they play at Seattle. And then after a long rest, they get the Patriots. They get the Steelers at home.
Oh, Drew Aller and the Steelers.
Drew Aller. Oh man, Vrabel against Drew Aller. It sounds great. So the Patriots are going to win this one. I'm very much down on the Steelers. I think you are too, right?
Not if Aller's in there.
Not Aller. We watched Aller. We watched enough Aller. So then they go to Jacksonville. This could be a really hot game. Jacksonville in September at 1:00 is no joke. Now it might not be hot, but I specifically remember a Patriots at Jaguars game in week 2. This was, I think, in 2018, I believe. It was like 95 and humid in that game. And the Patriots just wore down so much in the second half in their dark blue jerseys. Like they just had no chance. So really, and plus Jacksonville's a good team this year too. So like if the Jaguars suck, then it would be like, okay, Patriots could win this one. But it's like playing in a tough condition against a good team. Like this could be a loss. So they could go to 1-2, and then they have Buffalo. So 1-3. But then they have easier games. Like they host the Raiders, they host the Jets. They do it with the Bears here, but they they go to Miami in November is not too tough. Yeah. And then Packers at home.
They'll win that game. So
Packers at home, and then they have some hard games. So it's some easy games, some tough games. But yeah, they could start 1-3, and maybe the questions do start coming up. But then again, they do have so many more weapons now. Like who's to say they can't beat the Bills? They won in Buffalo last year. Who's to say like they can't win at Jacksonville if the weather's not extreme? Like I feel like they could win one of these 2 games. And if they're 2-2, no one's really saying anything. And then they have 2 easy games, they'll be 4-2. So okay. I think I think I don't know. I like if they just stay put with their roster and had the same roster as last year, I'd be like, yeah, it makes sense that they would regress. But like they added so much talent to receiver, and then with their offensive line, they added a couple guys, including a first rounder, and their defense still is good. Vrabel's defense is always going to be good. So I still think this is a really good team. I think they will have drop off. Like Harambe Slayer, I think he posted something about that, where he was like, I'm trying to find the post here. He was saying that like, yeah, they won't be 14-3, but they will be they will be worse, but they're better, but they won't be 14-3. That's what I'm trying to say here. So I can't find the post, but
you like
here it is. Yeah, Patriots aren't going to go 14-3 again, but the team is better. That's how I feel. Like schedule's tougher, but the team is better. So like they could be better and be 11-6 this year, and have a good chance to win the Super Bowl. Like I think they're certainly in the mix. I don't think you can scout them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I'm putting like a ton of stock in that. I'm not putting a ton of eggs in that basket, but I don't know. Oh man, what if they started out 0-4, huh? And what?
They're not. I don't think they're losing to the Steelers. Well, I mean, they did last
Steelers
year.
beat them last year.
Yeah, that with 5 turnovers.
I'm with you.
They had I wrote about that in my book, by the way, which is it's done. I have to proofread it and stuff and edit it, but it is done. In that game, it was week 3. The Patriots played the Steelers at home, and they were. Do you remember what the line was? I think I did ask you that. Do you remember what the line was? Steelers at Patriots, week 3.
I think weren't the Patriots -3.
The Steelers were -1.5. Okay.
Oh, I guess I don't remember.
So like, you could.
I remember the
like,
game. They turned the ball over a ton of times.
The Patriots turned the ball over 5 times, so they outgained the Patriots 369 to 203, and they averaged 5.2 yards per play compared to 4.1 for the Steelers. So
the Patriots outgained the Steelers. You mean?
Yeah, the Patriots outgained the Steelers 369 to 203, and they averaged 5.2 yards per play compared to Pittsburgh's 4.1. They had 5 turnovers, including one run at the goal line. And the Steelers only had I just rewatched this game recently from my book. The Steelers only had 2 good drives in that game. That was it. Like it was such a joke that they won. And if you just look back on it, if they had this game in week 17 or 16, like the Patriots would have been -7. And like you're getting +1.5 at home. And it's like, it's a no-brainer. Obviously, you had the right side, but, it just goes to show you can handicap a game perfectly. Be like, I know the Patriots better than the Steelers. Patriots going to win this game, and then they lose because of complete nonsense. You could be a great handicapper. You can handicap the game perfectly and still lose. It's really frustrating sometimes.
Can't wait to see Dubs in the Patriots Guardian cap. Your birthday is coming up soon. Well, what if I got you a Guardian cap for your birthday?
A Guardian cap?
What it's called?
Well, I have these in the background. I feel like I need one of these.
Yeah, I'll get you a Dubs Guardian cap for the Green Bay helmet.
Is he still going to wear that?
I'm sure. I mean, I think I would.
Oh, I would 100%. Yeah. It looks ugly, but who cares? Like,
wasn't it? So I almost want to say, I don't want to misquote this, but I want to say it was JJ Watt, maybe. Don't quote me on it, but it was like a former player. They were like asked about the Guardian cap, and like in more or less words, they were like, I'm like, I wouldn't wear that. I'm not a pussy. More or less, it's like, dude, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like, oh, like, what do you want to be like? Oh, like you're a huge pussy, or like you can't talk because you're so brain dead later in life. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I know.
So I mean all that respectfully, you know what I mean? Like it's sad. So like it does look goofy, but like I'm not going to be like, what a dork for wearing that. I respect it. I think some people do that. Oh, like what a pussy, like he's wearing the Guardian cap.
It's like not wearing a cup or something. It's like I'm not being a wuss here, and then you get hit in the balls. It's stupid. Like why wouldn't you wear it? I think it's dumb. It takes me back to just thinking about the Sarcastable South Park episode. Did you see that one?
Mm-hmm. I don't think I did. No.
Oh, really? Okay. So basically what happens is the boys are playing like Pee-wee football, but they don't have kickoffs because it's too dangerous. And like Randy Marsh gets so fed up with it, and he starts being sarcastic at like the parent meeting and stuff. He's like why don't we just have the kids wear tinfoil hats and bras and have balloon instead of football? And like the people are like, do you think that's a good idea? He's like, yeah, of course I think that's a good idea. That's the best idea anyone's ever had. You're like, okay, sounds good. Would you be willing to coach it? He's like, of course I'd be willing to coach that. Of course. Why wouldn't I want to coach it? And so they actually implement it. They make him they make him the head coach, and eventually it catches on. It becomes big, and then the NFL starts implementing it. And all the coaches quit because they don't want to coach it, and so they make Randy Marsh the coach of the Broncos, and they do these like they play with the like they show like Peyton Manning like float a balloon to like the opponent, and he hugs the opponent, and then it was such a funny episode. But like my point is the pregame ceremony, or maybe it was halftime ceremony, they bring in like the old players. And then like, here's Jim Buckets Miller. He looks like he's going like this. He looks like he's driving a car. And then there's Otis Wiley, and he's like he looks like he's baking a cake. and like the other announcer is like, I believe that's a pie, Jim. And so that kind of like, you want to be like that when you're
exactly. Old, So I it's so sad to see.
Yeah.
Like, so, I mean, I don't know how much of it was related to CTE, but you see Steve McMichael from the Bears when he was, I mean, he passed away, what, in the last year, right? But when he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in like the last year, like, and I'm a big McMichael fan. So it pains me to say that, but like he was like laying in a hospital bed when they like brought like the bust of it. Like it was really sad.
Yeah.
And I mean, he died within a year too.
It's
So
horrible. Yeah.
yeah, so it's really sad. I loved Steve McMichael.
Yeah. That's awful.
So
Yeah. So like, why wouldn't you?
yeah, I would definitely wear it. I would
Yeah.
absolutely
I
wear it.
mean,
What?
yeah. Even if it doesn't fully prevent, I mean, it's still helping a lot. It's like
Yeah,
maybe
and
nothing, not 100%, but it'll definitely help.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm wondering, Harambe, because it's like I don't even really know what they're made of. Like what's is it just extra padding or like yeah, like it certainly isn't going to stop that, but it's going to help. I mean, I feel like
Yeah, for sure.
well,
Yeah.
well, definitely is. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Yeah.
So something that I brought up earlier, I forgot, kind of got sidetracked, which
Oh,
can't
sorry.
really. No. I think I sidetracked it because I said when I'm at the Las Vegas pools, I do two things. One is I eavesdrop on conversations, which again, that's how we got talking about Jim Bakula, Scott Bakula's son. The other one was the I just think of like the week one games and like try to handicap them, and I think I came up with a couple of good plays for week one. This was I believe the day after that we had the show with Andy. But before I talk about them, I do want to get to some of the comments. We had a bunch of
Oh,
comments
okay.
here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We'll go reverse chronologically. If I remember the Giants website, the Patriots have top 5 hardest schedule this season. So, like according to the SLU rankings, which I'll pull up here, the Patriots don't have, or sorry, it's the Giants. The Patriots. So let me pull it up here. The Patriots have. Looks like the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, ninth easiest schedule. So I guess they have a lot of easy opponents. Like they have the Patriots, they have the Jets twice, they have the Dolphins twice. We saw that they have the Raiders. So I don't know. I mean, according to that, it's easier than I thought. But then when I look at them, like, oh, that doesn't seem easy. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But I don't know.
Well, I see they play the Green Bay Packers. That'll be a win.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, well, you know what? That's probably where it counted. It's like it counts as a playoff team, but with the Packers, they're not going to be as good. I didn't forget Henderson wouldn't have played had the Titans owner didn't hold a grudge against Vrabel because the Patriots are going to get Tony Pollard. Yeah, I'm just sad that this story wasn't true. It sounded like something crazy. Andy says if it becomes an issue, players will play harder for their coach as he's very popular. Yeah, I was talking about Vrabel. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be an issue. I really don't. I really don't see it being an issue.
Maybe not, but it won't help.
Yeah, it's not sure. Yeah, it's not a help. Can you talk some week one DFS?
You don't want to hear any DFS advice from me, but I mean,
maybe at the end of the show, I wanted to. There's something else that the week one picks. So maybe in the final 10-15 minutes of the show we can maybe look real quick. I know they were just posted. I haven't looked at them yet. I haven't had a chance to diagnose everything yet. So
what do you
should bring yeah, well, you talk about having your degree from handicapping school. I feel like
that's true. That's right.
Doctorate.
Yeah, you have I forgot. I'm sorry. I don't have my diploma yet. I earned a certification, but not a degree. Yeah.
It'd be funny if you win the Circa Millions and you're like, what are you gonna do with the money? You're like, I'm gonna go back to handicapping school and get my degree.
And then they take the check away because it's like you had to have a degree from the handicapping college in order to enter. You're disqualified. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
That sounds like something that would happen to me.
Brable should try bringing the dog up to the podium when he talks about it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Murray's always a guaranteed injury. Yes, that's certainly true. And Mike Lachine brought this up yesterday. Did you know, given the two quarterbacks went to Michigan, Tom Brady and JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy has already missed more games than Tom Brady has missed in his career. Isn't that crazy?
Oh,
wow. Isn't that insane?
Holy cow, I guess that's about right.
Yeah. I swear to God, if he moves to Jupiter down to Florida, I got to say the former native Floridian, I got that idea. Yeah, I think you're talking about the counselor. Okay, Haynes King's on the other side, going to run all over the place. Oh yeah, okay, Haynes. I didn't even look at the depth chart there for Carolina. So yeah, that could be good. Yeah, you always want your mobile quarterbacks in the preseason. What if Jameis Winston had gotten your car? Returning to watch that's going to be on the ground ice for the Pizza Hut in Outer Banks this weekend. Has the original setup. We'll report back. Oh, that's
I
awesome.
want to hear about that. Yeah, definitely.
Me too. That sounds great. Shohei Ohtani is going to attend the charity softball group.
Yeah, he's going to bet on my team. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry.
We had the WNBA. How do you feel about the WNBA players getting away with gambling?
Oh, I haven't heard about that.
Oh, it was. No,
I did. Okay, with their like about the All-Star game, they're saying like 400 or something like that. Yeah, like it was kind of a joke, and they didn't realize like, hey, actually, this is not allowed. I did catch a little bit of that. Okay, I do recall that now.
How do you feel about that? Do you think they should have been punished, or if you're like if you're Brendan Sorby, you're like I can't play in football. I can't play football this year because I gambled, and like these clowns like we're gambling. I don't know.
It's just engagement bait, man. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the league told them to do it. Like there's always something going on with them now. Like they had the Seattle Storm owner or whatever yelled at those girls, and that happened like the same day. It's just like I think they need a story to drum up attention. It's working. It's working. Yeah. It's been more popular. The league is more popular than it ever has been. So I think I think there's a stronger chance that it's by design. What's that?
Are you sure about that? I think
absolutely.
Only Caitlin Clark is the only reason why, or maybe Sophie Cunningham.
But they're finding other ways, like to get people to watch with people that aren't interested in watching basketball. Like that's I think that's like the extra. Like they're widening the net. And they don't have enough viewership as it is. So it's like okay, like well, we make it dramatic. Like people are going to want to watch because that's what the public likes. They have an appetite for dramatic storylines, and it's like
they also have an appetite for people who can make layups, and they can't do that.
Yeah, so. but what I'm saying is, I mean, everyone knows like who Angel Reese is, like, and it's just like any attention is better than none.
I don't think everyone knows who Angel Reese is.
A lot of people do. The WNBA is more. It's still not that popular, but it's more popular than it ever has been. It's just engagement. I think.
If you polled 100 people on the street and asked them who Angel Reese is, I think you'd probably get 20 yeses and 80 nos. Maybe. Yeah, maybe that's even optimistic.
But she's known, like her reputation, like precedes her. Like, oh, like she's a trash talker, but she's a terrible player because she misses all these layups. But I think in the eyes of the league, it's almost like, who cares? This is getting us viewership. I'm dead serious.
I didn't even know she was a trash talker. I just know she's your eyes, right?
Yeah, like that's all. This is engagement bait. I wouldn't be surprised if the league told them like oh, do this. So now because now people are gonna talk and it's gonna drum up. Oh, and then they're gonna there's gonna be like the people that hate the league going in there making comments, and it's just they're back in like the public eye on some level, even if it's just on social media. So it's all a game. I don't think they're probably not going to get punished. So
it doesn't sound like they will, but again, my point is if you're Brendan Sorby, for example, or if you're someone else who's gotten in trouble for betting, then Calvin Ridley, I think, got in trouble for that, and he missed time a lot of time. Like, I like why why are they getting off scot-free and like the other, and they're not, and they're getting in big trouble for it. I'd be pretty upset about that.
Their defense probably is that they were like, it was obviously, or their defense would be like, well, it was obviously a joke, because why would we broadcast it out there and why would they do like for so little compared to the people that are getting caught, like they're doing it sneakily, like and for much larger amounts, and they have maybe a network of sorts set up to make these bets and everything, whereas they're in the video, like they have like a playful, like they're goofing around, like playing around sort of demeanor. So that's probably their defense, and we'll probably just sweep it under the rug. So I don't disagree. I mean, technically it's the same thing, but that's probably what they're gonna fall back on, if I'm gonna guess. So
my stance is that I think you should have to bet on yourself. I think you should be forced to bet on yourself, or at least your team.
You should be forced.
Yeah. Why not? You should, like you're gonna feel the pain if you lose. Like you have these teams that like don't try hard sometimes. Like
Mhm.
that's not gonna happen if you're betting like real money on yourself or your team. Like you're gonna see 100% effort every game.
What kind of system of checks and balances are you going to have in place to make this happen? And like, how much do you have to bet on yourself?
10% of your salary. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
10%. Well,
I don't know.
I
I don't
just, I
know.
just think, I don't know. Like, I guess it just depends. Like the look, I mean, this is essentially canon at this point, but everything's so controlled now. I mean, it's like every app you open up, every reel you look at, every commercial you see is betting on something,
No.
or sports betting, or online casino, or the Kalshi, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I was thinking about this. It's not a good thing. It really isn't. And I'm saying that as obviously someone who bets on sports.
Why isn't it a
Like
good thing?
because think about when we were kids. And like, I mean, I was obsessed with baseball. Like, I never missed a game. Like, I used to watch every single Atlanta Braves game because I remember all of them used to be on TBS. I mean, I never missed one. And it's just like now, like they have like that bet. Like I remember doing that at like 10 years old, and I did it
Mhm.
all growing up. And I did it for all sports, well, I shouldn't say all sports, but the major four, and now it's like, there's like a 10-year-old who has like never seen a sports broadcast without that shit like on the screen. That's the only way they know it. That's not good, man. It's not
Well,
good.
why isn't it good though?
It's not because it's going to. There's an epidemic of problem gambling as a result. That's the only way they've ever seen the game. It's gonna be bad. I mean, it already is. So it's just crazy. Like they just have like a different version of it programmed into them from youth. It's like it's encouraging them to start. You know what I mean? Like it's terrible. It's terrible. So like I just couldn't imagine like seeing something like that as a kid, and like having that programmed in your brain from such a young age. It's fucked, man. Oh, sorry. This is a family friendly show.
Not anymore.
I'm sorry. we're getting. I'm banned. I'm getting banned off the show.
You're done. You're fired.
Hey, speaking of YouTube videos and stuff, like like you look at all like these YouTube videos, like there's so like this has like 8 million views and this one has like 20 million views. How many people are watching YouTube? Like how many, like what's the world population now?
It's 8 billion.
8 billion?
8.1 billion.
I don't know. How many people are watching so many of these videos? Like how many videos on YouTube do you like have a million or more views? Probably millions.
Well, I mean, in the context of the world's population, like 1 million out of 8 billion, I mean, that's a very, very small number. Even the U.S. population, which is about 330 million, like it's really a drop in the bucket. Like 1 million is really not a lot, and plus remember, it could be someone watching it 2, 3, 4, 5 times. If it's a really good video, they might want to show someone so they replay it. And really it's all about getting into the algorithm. Like I've had so many conversations with Kenny about this recently. Like how to increase our channels, visibility on YouTube, which is like seems impossible for some reason. It's tough, but I mean, like if you're showing up on the homepage of YouTube, like you go to YouTube and then like you're the first video that pops up and you have a good thumbnail and a good title, which it's probably necessary to be on the very front of it. Like everyone's just going to click it. They're just going to click it, and so it like a million is not really all that much. I don't think. Like we have our website gets like not counting the summer months. It's usually down traffic, but during the season we get on average of like 300,000 unique viewers of the site. Wow. each month. And like there are sites that are even bigger than ours. And so like if you're talking about YouTube, which like gets so much traffic, it's one of the most highly trafficked websites in the world. And a lot of people are watching on TV now. Like if you have PS5, if you have like any gaming system, you have YouTube as one of the apps, and like people will just watch YouTube.
Oh yeah, I only ever watch it on TV, really. Sometimes on my phone, but
yeah, and so it's just everyone's watching it, and million like really is not that much if you think about it. Like out of 8 billion people, 8.1 billion people, it's
well, no, I see what you're saying, but it's like A lot of people have probably watched a lot of the same videos, huh? I think about like all the TV shows that are out there. There's so many shows.
I know.
There's so many shows, and like who's watching all these shows? I mean, I guess there's just that many people out there.
I am.
All of them.
Yes.
Every last one. Yeah.
I'd be great. I would love to. I love TV.
But it would be impossible to watch every single TV show ever made in your lifetime. Isn't that weird to think about? Every movie. Maybe that'll be our next challenge. Try to watch every movie ever made.
Yeah, right. I wonder if Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, anyone who's lived through a loop like that, and there's been a lot of movies like that, but like he was in that loop for what 40 years or something. Like I imagine that he probably has seen every movie, and I think in that movie, I think there was the deleted scene where like he actually goes through the entire library in that bed and breakfast and reads every book. So
God, I guess it could be done.
Yeah, and that was what the early 90s. Like if there was if they had an updated version of that, like he would probably be like, I've seen everything on Netflix. You know, can you imagine? Like I have seen everything on Netflix, and there's nothing new because you're going through the loop. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that would be good to be somebody like me that likes to watch things on repeat, though. Huh?
Yeah, 20 times, and I'm loving it.
Yeah. Oh no, I do love that. I've got a new one for you. Shoot, it's on Netflix. I think it's called A Toxic Love Story.
I think I saw that, and I actually wonder. I'm like, I wonder if Tom saw this.
You're telling me you're watching documentaries on?
No. I didn't watch it. I saw a preview for it. And
okay.
I saw the preview. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Tom saw this.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you thinking of me, but yeah, no, I thought you were about to tell me that you watched the documentary unprompted by me. I was going to be very proud of you.
Well,
you should try it out. It's
proud, I guess.
Yeah, no, I still am. You get partial credit.
Thank you.
But I'm saying it wasn't like the greatest I mean, there was a really interesting twist, but yeah, I think it's called a toxic love story. It's not like the greatest one of those documentaries I've ever seen, but it's a pretty interesting twist and wild story. So I recommend it.
You think I would like it? If you tell me yes and it sucks, I'm not gonna be your friend anymore.
I'm off the show. You're gonna cancel it. You're gonna fly out to the freaking Circa and cancel our entry.
Yes.
We actually don't. Yeah, like you can keep the money. We just don't want to fly.
Yeah.
But they even. I mean, not that I would. I mean, who would do that? But like, could you cancel your entry or like refund your entry beforehand? I wonder if that's even a thing.
If Andy's watching, he could maybe tell us. I don't. It's probably in the rules, and we'll get yelled at for not really reading the rules. I don't think. I wouldn't think you can cancel it. Just my guess, but
I can't imagine a situation where you would need to really. I mean, I'm sure there's something I just can't think of right now. But
I'm just wondering, like, what if someone enters and they pass away? You know, what would happen then? I guess nothing. They already paid, right? I don't know. I wonder if a family member of theirs could just be like, there's, a weird hardship and, it's cancer.
Oh, that's true. And they have like access to their entry or something. I see what you're saying. Or like, maybe they're hospitalized or something.
Sure.
I don't know.
I don't know. Then again, like, are you like, if something terrible like that happens, are you really thinking about the Circa entry? So I don't know. That's probably never come up, but I would be interested in hearing that if Andy's still watching.
But then on the other hand, if God forbid that happened to me, I mean, at least if I was like laid up and injured, I could be like in the bed, like looking at researching all day. Maybe it would help us. Obviously, I would. I'm joking. I would never ever wish that on myself.
You ever watch Breaking Bad?
I haven't, and I know that everyone loves it. Maybe I should.
Come on, man! Like you're watching these documentaries over and over again. You never see Breaking Bad. Anyway, there's a guy. There's a guy who's he's, I don't know what his condition was, but he was in a wheelchair and he can only ring a bell. That's the only thing he could do. So they had him like ring a bell once for yes and two for no. I can imagine, like, you imagine if he entered the Circa Millions and like he got handicapped and he's just there. He's like, do you like the Eagles this year? Ding ding. Oh,
yeah.
Do you like the Cowboys? Ding. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, God forbid that would happen. And obviously I'm just goofing around, but yeah. Okay. Andy saying you cannot. Yeah, pretty sure you cannot cancel. Yeah, I can't really imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned like maybe you enter and then like like you have like some like serious hardship and like you absolutely need the money for, I don't know. I mean, and you need to get it back.
I wouldn't think. Yeah. I mean, can you even get refunded on your bet that you make? Like if you bet like the Phillies tonight at 1:00 at like 4:00 and you go to the window, be like, I want to cancel this bet. Like, I don't know. I doubt they will let you do that. You can sometimes cash out online, but sometimes you can't.
I've seen that,
it's weird. Sometimes you can't do it. Like sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I don't know what the algorithm is there. You can always cancel on Kalshi though. You can always sell your bet. Now you're not gonna get fully refunded, but you can get like most of it refunded, which I think is pretty nice. So
I mean, I guess you couldn't do that with like a regular like straight bet like at the window or.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. So I don't think it would work.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, just something. Again, not that I'm trying to do that. I'm just interested to think about it.
Yeah. A probably dumb question. I don't think this is dumb at all. If James Cook isn't available at 110, is Hampton a good pick there? Yeah, I think so. And there's a number of running backs you could take at 110. You could take Hampton. You take Barkley. You could take Ashton Genty. You could take. I don't think taking Chase Brown or Devon Achan's that crazy. Now you probably get him in 2 or 3. I think they're certainly in play. Jonathan Taylor's another one. I'm not big on the Colts this year, but if you think they're gonna be fine, Taylor is certainly an option there. I've seen McCaffrey fall to 110 once in a while. I'm not big on him either, but if you like him enough, you could take him 110. So there's a number of running backs you take at 110, and Hampton's definitely one of them. Hampton's next running about the board. Yeah, exactly. We had some Papa Smurf said Spider-Man is Into the Spider-Verse was a legitimately good movie.
I've heard it was good. I haven't seen it.
See, there's so many of them. I'm not even sure which one that is. That's the problem. Like, I can't even picture it.
I think it's the comic book looking one.
Is that the one with the black kid?
I think I can't like it almost looks animated, but it's like comic book looking kind of. I think it's kind of neat looking.
I think it's the one with the black kid, and actually I saw that it actually was not bad, but it was different because it was animated. Right? If that's what it is, then yeah.
I can't remember. I haven't. Walter Football the musical. Oh my god!
Can you imagine,
dude? Think of all the jingle. I mean, we got the gum jingles in there. Think of the overture where we'll put all the songs together in the beginning.
that'd be wonderful.
That'd be great.
The opening number would be Matt Millen singing "Oh Togabasas." Really set. Yeah, we'll have to make that song. We'll have to like AI make that song. Like that'd be pretty fun. I did write a haiku in one of my 17 jerks of the week entries that I had for Las Vegas. Tom, I don't think I told you this. I had 17 jerks of the week entries from my Las Vegas trip.
I think you were telling me on the show last week, or I heard it on the show with you and Andy or with Kenny the other night.
Yeah. It was 32,000 words.
That's
I wrote. Like from the plane ride to the plane ride home, I wrote 32,000 words. That's like almost a book.
How long were you there? Like 3 days?
3 days. Well, no. Well, I got in Wednesday night and I left on Sunday. So like 3 full days and then like 1 night and 1 morning. So, so basically 48 hours or so. A little bit less than 48 hours. Wow. Yeah. So, but I do a lot of writing on the plane. To be fair, I wrote 2 entries on the way in, and I wrote 3 entries on the way back. My laptop lasted long on the way back because I closed some stuff. But I do so much. I do so much writing on the plane. Like I get so much work done. I love it. I love.
How crowded was it out there? Sorry,
it wasn't that crowded actually. I've seen it way more crowded in the past. And there are reports saying that Vegas is slowing down, which makes sense. It's not even. It used to be the best place to bet sports, and now it's not even close. Like so many other places, you could do way more. Like Andy and I were talking to the guy at Tuscany, which is a Circa sports book, and I was like, we're talking about like betting live golf, and I could do that like during the round today or even Saturday, Sunday. If I want to bet someone and we get to the back 9 or even hole 12, hole 13, if I want to hedge my bet, I can just do it on any sports book. BetMGM, Kalshi, FanDuel, DraftKings, etc., Caesars. I could do it anywhere, but in Vegas you can't. You can't even do it. Like how can like you have any like respect for the sports books? Like it's so outdated. I always bring this up when I stayed at Park MGM. I wanted to live bet the British Open, and I go to the window. I'm like, "Can you have live golf?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, FanDuel is live golf." And he's like, "Well, this is not FanDuel. This is Las Vegas." Like, yeah,
wow.
like, yeah, you should have it. You should have what FanDuel has and more, but they don't. It's so antiquated there. And it's my point is that like you can bet online now. Like you don't need to bet sports in Las Vegas. Like online has everything you could want and more compared to Las Vegas. So like I only I go to enter the contests. I don't know if they'll ever make it so you can enter online. If they ever had that. If they ever had that, I wouldn't need to go out. I love going out there, but I wouldn't need to go out. So yeah, I mean it's like I feel like that's definitely a reason why like it's slowing down. Like the sports bettors don't need to come out. It's actually worse to bet out here. It's also very expensive. I feel every meal I had like for one person, every meal I had was like $30 out there.
Should have gone to Arby's.
They actually the restaurant I like the burger place Posh Burger at Aria was closed.
What?
I was very
like permanently or just you
no time? They had a blue gate around it and said we're making progress or something.
Oh yeah.
So they were probably redoing it. I was so upset. But they this is real quick. So I go to there's a sportsbook bar or a sportsbook cafe at Aria. It's right near the sportsbook, and I'm trying to order a cheeseburger because I was in the mood for one because I was going to Posh Burger, and I try to order it and I'm trying to get plain, like nothing on it except for meat and cheese, and that doesn't have the option on the kiosk. So I go over to the chef and everything. Like I'm like, hey, can I get a plain cheeseburger? He's like, what? I'm like, can I just get meat and cheese? And like a guy with a turtleneck comes out like nowhere, and he's like, "Did you just say you want meat and cheese on your cheeseburger?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "You don't want anything else?" I'm like, "No, I don't want anything else." He's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm sure." And so I sit down, and they bring it like 20 minutes later. They bring out the cheeseburger, which is meat and cheese, and the waiter goes, "You're the guy who ordered meat and cheese, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "We were just talking about it. It's incredible. You just got meat and cheese." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, we have never seen that before. I'm like, you've never seen a plain cheeseburger before? Like, are you kidding me? Like, what
Not at a fancy restaurant like that.
Yeah, the sports bar. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe you did that, man. How could you?
I know. They're like, you don't even want our secret sauce. Like, no, especially.
Yeah. That's not allowed there. They probably have your face on a poster there with the circle and the line through it. Like, don't come back.
Seriously. Like, don't serve this guy. He's too wild. Yeah, I was like, what world are you in that you never heard of a plain cheeseburger before? Like I've been ordering McDonald's plain cheeseburgers since I was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's man. Just plain.
I know.
You don't. Is that's always how you get them?
Well, I put ketchup on it eventually. Like, I want nothing. No. What do you have on there? Like,
lettuce, tomato, onion.
Well, that's just ruining it. You're ruining it.
Just ruining it.
Pickles is okay. Pickles I can deal with, but you're ruining it You're ruining it. You destroyed the cheeseburger.
The tomato makes or breaks it.
No.
I think
ketchup's tomato basically. You don't need tomato. It's redundant.
Yes. Yeah. It does. This coming from the guy that gets meat and cheese on his burger.
That's the only
like the
thing
lettuce.
you need.
I like the crunchiness, the crispness of the lettuce.
Have fun with your diarrhea lettuce. You know?
That's only recently, man.
Yeah, right.
No, I never got sick from lettuce.
Oh my god! Every time I've had sours, I've had the runs. I'm like, oh, now I.
Are you serious? Oh, it sounds like you're the problem.
No, you can't have lettuce on the burger. That's ridiculous. And like the condiments are the worst part. Like anyone who puts mustard or mayonnaise, especially mayonnaise on a burger, I think that's psychologically insane.
I'm anti-mayonnaise always. Man, makes me sick.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What about mustard? Mustard on a hot dog I get, but mustard on a burger, I think, is crazy.
I usually go. I mean, I don't eat hot dogs often. In fact, like maybe like on one occasion a year, if that. But it's like I don't even put ketchup on it. Just mustard only on the hot dog.
Yeah, I hate mustard. I do ketchup. Only
there are many forms of mustard.
I hate all mustard. I like ketchup on a hot dog, and I like cheese on a hot dog. If you get cheese whiz, that is
some people like that. I feel weird about cheese whiz sometimes.
Sometimes, not all the time.
Remember a Goofy movie?
The Goofy movie from Disney?
Yeah, from like the 90s.
Yes, I remember.
Max's friend, I can't remember his name. The dude with the sunglasses, and he puts like the cheese whiz in his hand, and it's like a big tower. He goes, "The Leaning Tower of Cheesa," and he puts the whole thing in his mouth. That always grossed me out so much as a kid. I can't really do cheese whiz. As a result, I don't know why. I thought that was so disgusting.
I love the cheese whiz. Nifty 50s, which is my favorite restaurant. They have their cheese fries. They just dump so much cheese whiz on it. Oh my god, it's so good. Just mustard on a burger contributes to the mental health crisis. I say,
oh my god, no, you agree. I like mustard on a burger.
It's all the insane asylums. It's why they got closed.
Well,
like all the people used to go there, where the people put mustard on their burgers.
On second thought, I like mustard on a burger. I'd probably fit right in there, huh? I guess that checks out. Huh?
Reagan closed all the mental hospitals. Like he should have kept it open. Kept the mustard. Anyway,
dude, we need to cancel our entry so I can pay for my fee to the mental hospital.
Oh my god!
2 48-ounce pitchers for.
Yeah, that's
Wait.
Right.
Where's that?
Well, no. He said they're gone because the inflation now everything's more expensive. There's no way you get that anymore.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah,
2 48-ounce pitcher. Where? Somewhere in Vegas?
No, right. In Vegas, it's cost like $100 out there now. Everything's so expensive.
One time I was at the bar. This was back in my drinking days. This is like back in 2017. I used to go to this bar in Excalibur because I lived in Excalibur for a month.
Yeah.
And this group of girls next to me, or not next to me, but like just a few chairs down. We're at the Excalibur bar in Las Vegas, or at a bar in Excalibur in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And the girl asked the bartender, "Do you take a credit card?" It's like, where do you think you are?
Yeah, no, we don't.
I mean, it's 2017. Do you take a credit card in Las Vegas? Absolutely not. Like,
can I pay you in livestock?
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't mean to be rude or whatever, but it's like, come on. And then there's another guy over there. He's asking the bartender, "What do you got for beer?" It's like, what do you think they have, man?
Well, it's like there's every TV show. As you go to a person goes to the bar, like, "Hey, can I have a beer?" Like that. No one ever says that.
Yeah.
You always say the brand, but in TV shows they never say the brand.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. What do you have for beer? It's like, dude, like, what do you think they have? Check what they have on tap there. You can see it right there. And then anything, like, what are you really looking for here that you think they might not have? That's like, did I ever tell you this story? This guy I worked with, we went out to dinner, after the job, me and then Dave, my former roommate. I think I might have told you this. We went out to this place called Delmonico's Steakhouse, and it's a fancy restaurant. And I'll tell you what, the service there is always like, you can't be a slouch there. Like you're like a top-notch server. You work at this
Where is this?
It's in Orlando. I work a convention in Orlando every year, and we always go to Delmonico's Steakhouse.
Okay.
It's really good. But this one of my coworkers, he asked the waiter, and this waiter was the best server I've ever had in my life. This guy was incredible. Just literally like on top of everything, and like the timing was perfect. He was friendly. And my coworker asked him to list off all the drinks that he has. And this guy ripped out like 30 different drinks. And then my coworker goes, "Oh, okay, all the Pepsi." You can't do that, man. That's a violation. That's not allowed. My coworker, my buddy Dave, we still joke about that to this day. That's a faux pas, man. That's like I used to work at pizza places. Like I worked at, in college, I worked at Papa John's and Domino's. And like people would call up and be like, "What toppings do you have?" And we'd list off like all 20 toppings and like, "Oh, okay, I'll take pepperoni." Why are you doing this to me? Why are you like what? Like first off, like what topping do you want that you think that we might not have?
Right.
You know, well, like artichokes or something.
Yeah.
Like what do you?
Yeah.
And really, like a lot of those chains, like Domino's and Papa John's, they have like I won't say obscure toppings, but like they have. You know, like I really can't think of what else you go to unless you went to like I don't know, like a more like authentic like Italian restaurant or something. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's the best pizza, but like as far as toppings, I can't think of anything that like green olives. They don't have green olives.
Mm.
But other, you're bummed out about that.
No, I'm not. I'm not an olive guy. The local pizza place near me has what are they called? What the jalapenos? They have jalapenos
poppers.
on the pizza. No, just jalapenos on pizza.
Yeah, that's common. It's a relatively common.
My wife likes that. Cece's has macaroni and cheese pizza.
I've had that. Yeah.
Yeah, every time I say that to people, like, yeah, actually, it's really good.
Yeah, I've had it, dude. CC's, man.
Talk about having the runs. that's a good time afterward. But
dude, CC's, I don't know. Like, there have been many times over the course of my life that I've been to CC's where I think they've operated at a loss when I'm there.
Really?
Not so much ananymore, but like in my younger days, like when I was a big eater. I mean, I'm still a big eater, but
like the who closed down Red Lobster because because of the fried shrimp, the undisputed fried shrimp. Someone did. Oh no, actually, I think it was a Family Matters 2000 episode. Of Carl Winslow shut down.
Oh really?
Because of the he ate all the fried shrimp there. They didn't have any.
Have you ever seen that Simpsons where they hired Lionel Hutz? They're suing the seafood restaurant, and they put like Homer was and Marge. They put Marge on the stand. She's like, what happened after the restaurant ran? It was supposed to be an all-you-can-eat seafood, and Marge is on the stage like, and what happened when they didn't have any more like shrimp to serve your husband? She's like, we went fishing. And Lionel Hutz is like, does this sound like a man who had all he could eat?
Oh man, that's awesome.
I remember when I was staying with my dad several years ago. He taught like. My dad's a musician, so he taught like private lessons here. And this guy would bring his kid. My dad would teach his kids like lessons, and I was in there. So he's just like hanging out in the house, like with me. I got, I talked to the guy. He's over at the house like once a week, but he would just like chill in the living room, and I was like in the kitchen, like I was making like pasta for me and my dad, and and I put like two boxes of pasta in there. Like my dad and I are both, we have an appetite, and like we're gonna have leftovers, whatever. Yeah. And he was like, "Oh man," and like he was a pretty big guy, but I always thought this was so funny. I was like, "Well, we're gonna have like plenty of leftovers." He's like, "Oh, well, I hope so." And he looks at me, he goes, "Hey," he goes, "Have you ever been kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet?" And I was like, "No." And he looks at me and he just goes like this. He goes, like he just taps himself like, "I have." I was like, "Oh man, really?"
Jeez,
that's a new like. What do we got here from Drew? Maybe I'm also weird, but I believe a good French fry. Yeah, I never really use ketchup ever on French fries.
What?
Yeah.
You put all those condiments on your burger, but don't use ketchup on your fries?
Yeah, I usually eat them plain.
Ugh.
Or maybe I'll put them in mustard.
Ugh. That's disgusting. You're really disgusting me tonight.
Some people like to dip at Wendy's. They like to dip their French fries in the Frosty. Are you on that team?
No. Oh my God. I
never tried it. A lot of people rave about it.
They're the ones who truly belong in the mental hospital. That's great. That's crazy. My son does ketchup and ranch at the same time. He'll go ketchup, ranch, and then he'll eat it. He claims it's amazing. I don't know. Wow. I think it's
I want to say that at one point over the years, I saw some sort of advertisement with like the Frosties, like Wendy's, like they're aware that a lot of people like that, and they're like, oh, like dip your fries in it or whatever. A lot of people like to do that.
That's insane. I think there's something like really wrong with you if you do that. Like there's so many better things you could dip it in, or not dip it at all. It just feels like I don't know.
I'm gonna get you one of those $1 Frosty keychains.
Oh, really?
For your birthday? You got a birthday coming. We both do.
Yeah.
Birthday's coming up. I'm gonna get you and like coupons for free fries, and I'm also gonna get you a Guardian cap this year. So that
Can't wait.
just dip your fries in the Frosty one time. I've never done it either. We'll do it on a live stream.
I have to get it Frosty and fries. I'll on the live stream. I'll do it. I'll do it. I actually went to Arby's tonight and I got their cheesesteak. I thought about actually thought about doing a video like a taste tester video or something, like a review of it. I was like, what? I was like, how would people view that? Like, how would people like that if I did an Arby's review?
Review Arby's cheesesteaks.
I know, because seriously, I was really curious about it. I was like, because they cycle through things, like they don't always have the same thing. And they didn't have a cheeseburger this time, which I thought it was weird. It's like we have the meats, well, not the most popular meat apparently. But they had a cheesesteak, and I was like, okay, so I got the cheesesteak, I got a mac and cheese, and I got mozzarella sticks. And I love their macaroni and cheese. I love their mozzarella sticks, but I never had the cheesesteak. I'll say this, like I opened it and I was like, it looked underwhelming. Like it's small. It's like 6-7 inches maybe. And it's not like a whole foot long thing, but actually, it tasted pretty good. I'll give it that. Like it a warning though, it comes with onions. So if you're a sane individual, don't want onions on your cheesesteak, then I would definitely recommend no onions, but it was pretty good. I actually thought it was good. Drew saying Arby's all the time. Well, Drew, a lot of people say this, and like I my wife even says something. She's like, "Why are you going to Arby's? Like they suck." Arby's used to be bad, and then when they went to the "We have the meats" slogan, they improved a lot. And what happened was they saw what was happening with like the whole healthier vegetarian blah blah blah, McDonald's canceling the supersized stuff. They went the other way. We're like F this healthy stuff. We're going completely the other way. Actually, when on the door, I said this. They said it's like new XL size drink. I was like, okay, this is good. This is definitely the complete opposite of McDonald's. So nice. ever since they went the other way, they've gotten so much better. Like I'm like Drew. It's a different restaurant now. It's not what it was before. It's so much better. They have a lot of good stuff. The mozzarella sticks are great. Their mac and cheese is awesome. The burger, they don't have it right now, but it's really good. The cheesesteak was not the best I ever had, but pretty good. And I had some sort of chicken sandwich before. It was good too. My kids love it too. My kids love Arby's. The fries are always like curly fries. So yeah, I'm definitely a proponent of Arby's right now.
Oh yeah, I told you the one near me closed. That was a sad day.
Yeah, here it is. Here's the
nice.
It's
frequent flyer.
That's right. That's right.
Man, we're almost at 2 hours already. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't even get to the pick I like.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was thinking about picks in the pool. I would call it that. So I was like, well, okay, what games do I like? And we're scrolling down here and we're getting to I think one of them. Let me make sure if there's only one. I mean, there are games I already liked. Okay, so here we go. So we have Browns at the Jaguars. And I was thinking about this a lot. And I like to make supersize supersize it's really really good. They've improved a lot. So anyway, the Browns at Jaguars. You have this team with the Browns don't have Myles Garrett anymore, and they have a big issue of quarterback. They don't know if they're going to go with Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. And either way, it's not a good situation. Like Deshaun Watson hasn't played in almost 2 years. Shedeur Sanders is not really a real NFL quarterback. They have a new head coach, Todd Monken, who he was basically chased out of Baltimore, and then they hired this guy for some reason. So you have a new head coach. You basically have a new quarterback. If it's Sanders, he's only played a handful of games. If it's Watson, he hasn't played in 2 years. So I love fading new coach, new quarterback in week one. This team just sucks. Like the Browns, I think at least like they had Garrett in the past before. Now they don't even have him. And you have a Jacksonville team that this is a small sample size, but I'm starting to think of like coaches who are great week 1 and 2 and horrible week 1 and 2. We already know a few of those. Sean Payton, he's like what 4-20 against the spread or something in weeks 1 and 2. You have Zach Taylor with the Bengals. He's 3-9 straight up in weeks 1 and 2. And like one of the wins was like last year's fluke win against the Browns. And then you have Liam Cohen. Now, again, small sample size, but weeks 1 and 2 last year, he blew out the Panthers, and the Jaguars were playing much better than the Bengals. They ended up losing the game because Brian Thomas dropped the ball, and then there was, there's some other weird stuff that happened in the game, which is again, it's in my book, but it's like it's a sign that Liam Cohen might be one of these really good coaches, because usually when you have a coach coaching his like a first time as a head coach, they usually don't do that well in week 1, because it's like a whole new thing. They have to get accustomed to being the main guy, like calling all the plays, or if they're doing that, or just making all the decisions. Like it's tough, but he dominated the Panthers. Like he actually, like, it was an embarrassment. It was 26-10, but really it could have easily been like 33-10. Like they had a pick six like negated or something. So I liked what we saw out of them in weeks 1 and 2 last year. So I'm getting the sense that Liam Cohen might be one of these dominant coaches in weeks 1 and 2. And what I said before counts here too. Jacksonville on September, what date is this? September 13. In 1 o'clock heat and humidity. Like that's going to be a very tough place for Cleveland to play. And, they're going to be wearing their brown jerseys, their dark jerseys. Maybe if they're smart, they may wear orange jerseys, but still a color jersey that they're going to be playing in the sun in probably 85 to 90 degree heat and humidity. It's just going to be like absolutely brutal for this team. The team that just sucks and lost its best, like the guy who's one of the best defensive players in the NFL. And I think that the Browns, if you're looking at bear cases to make teams, which I love to do because I love shorting stuff in the stock market. Like this is, I think you can make a very strong case, a bear case for the Browns. And I think this game could be like 34-13. I think the Jaguars just like absolutely smoke the Browns. I don't think it's gonna be close. What do you think?
Oh wow, I didn't really think twice about this game.
Yeah, I think right now it would be in my card right now.
Wow,
now, a lot could happen. Lawrence could go down or something. You never know. Like, it's you can't bet anything now. I think it's too crazy to bet anything now. But right now, it would certainly be on my card right now.
Oof. Well, the thing is, the Jaguars lost ETN, so
yeah, big loss there. The guy who got benched for Tank Bigsby in week 224. Yeah, I think Tootin could be better. Actually, a bet I made, by the way. I think I mentioned to you on last Friday. I bet Bashaw Tootin 85-1 to win the rushing title this year.
Oh wow!
You have Liam Cohen, running back whisperer. Tootin's an explosive player. Chris Rodriguez. The only competition he has is Chris Rodriguez, and he's hurt right now. Jaguar offensive line decent. I think 85-1 is pretty good. I mean, obviously he's not like you're not gonna count on it winning, but I think 85-1 is a misprice. I feel like that should be like 40-1.
I'll be rooting for you, baby.
Thanks.
I'll be tooting that horn all year long.
Yeah. So I thought long and hard about this one in the pool, the Tuscany pool. So that's what I came up with. Drew says, considering how Trevor Lawrence looked once down, tailored the offense around Parker Washington. Once he looked once down. Yeah, I see what he's saying. I believe that he's going to be a head coach for a very long time. Tampa fumbled not firing Bowles. Yeah, Tampa definitely should have gone with Liam Cohen, or at least Dave Canales. Like they had good coaches come in there. We actually talked about it on Tuesday with Kevin Kovac. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Liam Cohen. What he did last year, he won 13 games with this Jaguar team, Granted, they lost Devin Lloyd, but they have good linebackers to replace him. And Cleveland's going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. I don't think people are used to the Browns not having a great defense. I still think it's going to be good. I mean, they have Schlesinger, they have Denzel Ward, they have Jared Verse. Like they have good defensive players, but not having Garrett is a huge deal. Like Verse is a good player. Garrett is really like a once in a generational type talent, and that is a downgrade. As much as I like Verse, that's definitely a downgrade. And their defense was number 5 last year. I think they might be like number 10 this year, maybe number 11, 12. Like that's how much of an impact it's going to have. And like, I think the Jaguars could score on them easily. Remember what the Jaguars did to Denver late last year. They went into Mile High and just ripped through that Denver defense. Like it wasn't. It looked effortless for Trevor Lawrence. You know, so I feel like they could. I think they scored 34 in that game. So I think 34 could easily be the score here for them. I can't see Shedeur Sanders or Deshaun Watson scoring much more than 17. Like I feel like 13, 14, 17 is probably the likely score for them in this game. So like 34-17, 34-13, something like that. I think the Jaguars smoked the Browns. And I guess
popular survivor pick.
It'll be a popular survivor pick for sure. And actually probably if the Chargers weren't on the slate, I think they would be the right pick. In fact, they probably are the right pick because the Chargers, I think, are better than the Jaguars, and you could use them at any point. Really, I mean, you'd have to look at the schedule. Maybe that's their only easy game or something. But well, I mean, they do play the Raiders, but still. So you have to game plan it out, you know, which is something we do on the site. So we'll definitely have an answer there for Survivor, but it's definitely I think the Chargers will be the most popular pick, which means you should probably go with the Jaguars to be contrarian. Because what if Herbert goes down the first quarter and Arizona wins randomly? Like you're gonna have so many more people pick the Chargers than the Jaguars, and you're going to be able to benefit from that. So that's really how you should do it. And in a large field, in a circa Survivor type field with tens of thousands of people. But if you're in like an office pool with like 10 people, then yeah, pick the Chargers. So it really depends on what you're doing there. Drew says, speaking of Tootin, did you see Smitty's live stream on him? Apparently ATN did good last year despite being a 60-40 split back committee. Tootin has a top 10 running back ceiling. I didn't see that one. I usually watch a lot of Smitty stuff. I didn't see that one, but yeah, we're on the same page with that. We definitely like him quite a bit. Cleveland's offense has been wolf week the best. Yeah, it's not going to get any better. I do like that they made a couple upgrades in the offensive line, but it's not. We don't know how Spencer Fano is going to play, especially in this first game. I think there's a chance Ravens could miss Todd Monken. He did deliver Lamar Jackson his career season, somehow making him look like a top tier passing quarterback in 2024. We'll see. I don't know. I mean, he did screw up last year at the end, so I don't know. Maybe he'll miss him on one hand, but not on the other. I think Jesse Minter's coaching staff is full of unknowns. That's true. But I think replacing John Harbaugh is always going to be a tough task. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. And then he says that the Chargers play the Cardinals in Arizona. That game will be referred to as the Arizona assassination.
Not so fast, man.
Well, it's at home. It's at home. So that's another one you could consider. But
yes, for Survivor, sure, yeah.
Oh, I mean the spread too. Like 10.5. Like Arizona is. I don't. So I was about to say Arizona is not one of the worst teams in the NFL. Like I think they're going to have one of the worst records because their schedule's so tough. But they like Walter Nolan got hurt today. That's a huge deal. He's so good. And like that's why Arizona is so bad at the end of last year. Like they had so many defensive injuries. Like it's starting to happen again. Like this team is gonna be terrible if they lose several players, including Nolan. Yeah. But the Chargers are one of the best teams in the NFL. And here's the key. Here's another one. John Harbaugh. I don't know his exact record, but last year, weeks 1 and 2, week 1, he demolished the Chiefs. Not even close. Not competitive at all in Brazil. Week 2, demolished the Raiders. Not even close. So like even like coming off that big win against the Chiefs, you could say, oh, are they going to be flat? Like, no, they meant business. They destroyed the Raiders. Like Jim Harbaugh, one of the best coaches in the NFL. I think that I'd be shocked if the record wasn't great under him, you know, in weeks 1 and 2. I think he's one of these coaches that you can safely, reliably just bet on early in the season and have good success. So even though this line's high, this is another one I would consider for my entry. Like, yeah, it doesn't look great. Like, yeah, you're taking a double-digit favorite week 1. Like, what are you doing? Well, I mean, there's a huge disparity in talent between these teams, and Arizona has a new head coach, and you know, Brissett has held out a little bit too. Like he's coming back, but he's really a backup talent. Like this guy, he did have good stats last year, but he's still a backup. So you're playing a backup against a defense that was second in EPA last year. I know Minter's gone, but still, the defense should still be good. So I think this could be very ugly as well. I think these two would be blowouts. On the other hand, the other big line game, the Lions. I think you were saying Saints maybe. I think Saints are probably the right side. I don't know if I'd be my card, but I would have interest in it for sure.
Yeah, I like him as things stand now. We'll see how this pans out. I guess I'd probably take the Chargers for Survivor.
Yeah, it's close. I think they're both going to win. But you should, if you're deciding, you should look at their schedules and see how it lines up with everything. And like think about it this way: if there's like 5 or 6 opportunities to take the Jaguars, and there's only like 2 more opportunities to take the Chargers, like you probably take the Chargers here. But if it's flipped, and like you could take the Chargers a bunch of times, they have a bunch of easy home games, then you could save them. If the Jaguars only have, like, if this is like their easiest game, maybe the Titans also, but that's divisional. Like if this is their easiest game, then you probably take the Jaguars, and you just have to look ahead. So Drew says, voting the Chargers team get to the playoffs in the Super Bowl. Justin Herbert's name has been drugged through the mud. Yeah, I agree. I think that he is very underrated right now. I think you can make a good case for him to win MVP, and you can make a good case for the Chargers win the Super Bowl. I have him in a bunch of exactas, or at least I'm planning to. I have him. I'm almost done the exactas with them. So they will be. I'll be rooting for them. So all right. Do you have a? I don't know. We're past 2 hours now. I don't know how you're feeling.
Yeah,
but,
I'm probably ready to phone it in, man. I'm tired now.
I can see it. I know you. I know you well. I can see it. I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, I'm getting old now. So
well, I'm older than you, so you're old, then I'm in trouble. But anyway, thanks guys for watching and commenting. Really appreciate it. But before you go, Tom is he's back live streaming.
Yeah, I'm back on Twitch now.
Yeah. Do you want to plug that?
Yeah. It's Quacky_T. I've been playing Arkham Asylum the last couple nights. So give me a follow, just play some games and have some endless banter. So I appreciate everyone watching. Walt, always a great time. And I guess we'll do it again next week, and then we'll have a break, and then it'll be it's really storming out here. I just realized too. It's like pouring rain. Okay. It'll be nice and comfy to fall asleep to here for me.
you like the rain when you go to sleep?
Oh yeah, sometimes. I mean, I have put on like the thunderstorms, like the white noise. Sometimes,
I always use the white noise.
Yeah. Well, I always have like a fan going or something, but
okay.
But anyhow, yeah. So I've been on there. I've been playing Arkham City, and Arkham Asylum. So, but thanks everyone for hanging out. It's a great time as always.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, thanks guys for watching and commenting. Really appreciate it. Thanks especially to Harambe Slayer for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Harambe, for the $4.99 super chats 2 days in a row. It just means a lot. And it's like I said, YouTube pays us nothing, so this is definitely a boost over what we had. Like, really appreciate it. We'll be back on Tuesday with Kenny, and then Wednesday with Andy. Thursday, I'm not quite sure what's on Thursday, but then Thursday with Mike Lucine after the Hall of Fame game, and then Friday we'll see if I don't know if you're good Friday. Maybe I'll tell you later. Okay, that'll be our last Friday before the start of the season, which will be fun. So all right guys, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. I thought the Dolphin fans for spearheading that narrative. All right guys, have a great night, great rest of your weekend, and I'll talk to you later.